Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Mings. It's time to review some Romhacks. That is a tiny chat. My goodness, I can't even read that. Let's fix that right away. There you go. Hey, guys. Wow. You're going above the screen. Hello. Hello, everybody. I just realized that I spoiled the next project I'm working on. Just look at my screen. I just realized this. I think you guys realized it was coming anyway, right? But yeah, I think Fire Emblem Builder literally just spoiled the last project I was working on. Yeah, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Not a big surprise there. I'm telling you guys, the next Gladiator stream, the next Gladiator season is going to be lit. We got Vividero helping us make some good custom skills. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be the greatest season ever. It's not going to be 3v3. No, we contemplated that, but no, it's going to be 1v1. But I'm looking forward to it. We have so many new cool tools for you guys to play with next season. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be really... And we've removed things like Vulneraris, Elixirs, and status effects. It's just going to be lit. Alright, so... Ladies and gentlemen, nice to see you guys. Hello, Diadumke. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Randy. Hello, Yamatoko. Hello, Clemens, Karen's, Columba. Hello, Sekrom, Phosphorus, Big Tasty, Davis G, Con 100 in chat. Let's go. Hello, Joy. Hello, Starlight Knight. D-Man, Delta Dragon, Fat Man, Kefnet, Thunder Mage, Zero. How are you guys doing tonight? So tonight, I am going to be reviewing some Romhacks submitted by yours truly. How's your day? That's pretty good. Pretty good. Went to church. Spent some time with a friend who's going through a rough time. Gave him some advice. And then bought McDonald's for my wife. So a chill day, I'd say. Good Sunday. Good Sunday. So, we're going to be reviewing some Romhacks tonight. I think I got submitted a total of like 15. However, some of them were zip files. I'm finicky about opening zip files, guys, because you can hide Trojans inside those. So please don't send me zip files. And don't send me UPS patches. Send me the whole ROM, if you don't mind. You can attach it with a Gmail. So, some of them I did not open. We'll have to wait for next time, okay? Just send me the pure ROM file, like the ROM file. That's what I like. I don't like zipping open compressed files from random people. It's just not a good idea. You may not intend it, but keyloggers can sneak into these things and activate and go on your PC. So I'd rather not. Send you a physical card, yeah. So what we're gonna do in today's stream is I'm gonna be just starting to play some Romhacks now. If you hear this sound play, it's gonna pop in 2 seconds. If you hear this sound, that means I've spent too long on the ROM hack. Once I hear this sound, I will move on. Okay, so I have a timer. That way, because I want to get through as many ROM hacks as possible. So if there's too many, if I spend too long on a hack, I will move on. Make it louder? Yeah, probably. And also, a couple things. I'll probably be skipping a majority of the story. Like, I'll read some dialogue and I'll have a look at your formatting. But ultimately, this is not a story review. And I find that when I review ROM hacks, I spend like 20 minutes viewing the intro, which is not good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the intro, maybe read some lines here and there. And then I'm mostly just going to be skipping over the dialogue. I'll give some pointers if I see some bad formatting. And generally speaking, I'm more interested in seeing the chapter and playing your ROM hack and checking out your portraits than I am like reading through 20 minutes of lore, because that eats up a lot of time, right? I mean, we all like a good story, right? I'm guilty of this too. Andron Saga has a lot of yapping. So, but it's fine. I don't necessarily mind it. But for a stream like this, we want to try and get through as many submissions as we can without rushing. And I think the best way to do that is to not spend 20 minutes reading the intro for every Romhack, right? Stop yapping, Mangascope. Shut up, Hanako. Shut the fuck up. I'll yap as much as I want, I'll have you know. So, but yeah. I have a bunch of Romhacks here. I have no idea what to expect. This will be my first impression. Now, I do not have the names of all the submitters. So what I would like you to do, if you're watching in chat, please, if I review your Romhack, please leave a comment on the stream bot, or at least in the chat. Say, this is my hack. This is where you can find it. And I'll have Thalso, when he makes timestamps, I'll have Thalso include your name and potentially a link to where to get your ROM hack so people can go try it out. If it is publicly available, that is, okay? So if you see your ROM hack, just make sure you give a little heads up and go, hey, this is my ROM hack, I'm the creator, you know? And that way we can actually give you some credit, because I have just a bunch of hacks here, but I don't know exactly who they belong to. All right? Everyone says Seal of War. I will say Seal of War is part of the lineup. That is one of the hacks that I have in my folder. I don't know why so many people are excited about it, but it is one of the hacks that will be coming up in the stream. So I can't tell you when though. The order will be random. So you promised? I guess I did, didn't I? But it's here. It's here. I have it in my folder. It's one of the hacks that I'm going to play. How much time are you giving every hack? Ideally 20 minutes, no more than 30 minutes. 20 minutes would be perfect, I think. 20 minutes would be perfect, I think. So again, if you hear the boop-doop, 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 that means I gotta move on. Are you reviewing Vision Quests? No. Why would I do that? This is we're reviewing good Romhack Zero. Alright, so with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. I don't know what happened there. Well, there's the first hack we're gonna review. I didn't mean to spoil it like that. Wait, what if I do this? Looks solid. Why did that pop up though? I need to... Oh, it's because of Fire Emblem Builder. That's why. No, I'm not looking it up, Hanako, but I use the F5 to play on Fire Emblem Builder, so I get access to the debugger. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with the first hack, which is called Reckoning of the Blade. I'm just going to call it Reckoning. Some people have sent me saves if they want me to play from chapter 2 or something, so we'll see about that. Okay, so starting off really strong here with like a custom title screen. Damn. Reckoning of the Blade. The Arcana fades. The Reckoning returns. Okay. Already starting off super strong right here with a custom intro music and a custom menu. Clearly a lot of work has gone into this one. We're starting off very strong here. Edgy title. This is your first time playing True Project Altona. Yes, it is. We hope you enjoy. Ah, I see taking a page out of Rebellion Saga's book right there. Before flame or steel, before even time, there was Arcana, the pulse of life, the breath of the world. Oh, wow. Look at all these custom assets, bro. Arcana is nature. It flows through tree and stone and river and sky. It sings in silence, shaping life unseen. Okay, this is the quintessence, basically. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. But man, fared it. Twisted it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Someone is talking to me on Discord. I need to set myself as do not disturb. Turn life into war. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, this is high quality. Like, I can already tell this is a high effort Romhack right here. The gods betrayed and insulted it. Answer not with words, but with a reckoning. Wow. Short intro. Not the tent! Wow. Okay. Dude, is that a custom rain background? That is a custom rain ambience. I've never heard this used before. As far as we go... Oh, was a small formatting error there. 2 out of 10. I'll be gambling my crew's life. You're already braved enough. We'll handle it from here. Okay, high quality portraits. Hey, I recognize that statue. Oh, hello, Shadow Lord. Hello, Ares. Okay. Pretty portraits. Fully custom, I think, too. These are not splices. No, these are not splices. These are fully custom portraits. Oh my goodness. You could have used the one box there, but I'm nitpicking at this point. Ugly formatting, 2 out of 10. I'm just joking. Dude, this is so high quality, dude. Oh, listen to this music. Dude, look at these maps. I think, yeah, is Atlas the creator of this? This makes sense. Atlas made maps for Rebellion Saga, so it makes sense that this is high quality. Yeah, I feel kind of bad because this hack is so good. I feel kind of bad for what follows. So again, I'm not going to focus much on the story here. I'm mostly looking at the formatting and just the pacing of the cutscene. But yeah, this is like, I mean, this is like an Undead Rebellion Saga tier Romhack right here. Like this is solid. I have very, like, aside, you need to work on your formatting. That's the only thing. The formatting is not top notch. Like, the formatting could use some work. But aside from that, everything here is just... Yeah, you see, there's some weird formatting jumps here. Oh boy. Yeah, like this, for example. Everyone, fall back to the exit. This is very ugly ass formatting. It's the only criticism I have is the formatting is bad. Aside from that, everything here is like a 10 out of 10. Like, I would love to play this Romhack on my channel. Like, this is super high quality. Custom music, custom portraits. This portrait, I don't... there's something about it that I'm not a big fan of. I'm not sure why. She's objectively pretty, but there's just something here that I'm not a huge fan of. Escape the halls of the ruins. All units must escape. Losing 1 unit will cause a game over. Okay. Oh, you can escape to multiple points. You can choose to venture to the left or right side of the map. All units must escape. All units have movement skills in Kanto. Okay, and you made the music. This is one thing I really love when hacks do. You made the music transition from cutscene into map. You guys, that is a very nice theme right there. I don't like it when the music cuts off and then the map music begins. I think you should actually start your map music in the cutscene and then have it transition over. Now, I see here that you're using the increased stat display. I don't like this patch personally. I think it covers too much of the screen. But it does give you very nice info by mousing over objects. You can see their HP, their attack, their hit, their AS. Like, it is a nice patch to have. I just think it's too big. I think it covers like 1/4 of the screen. I don't like it. It is, however, very nice if you like a lot of information. Okay, let's check out the unit, shall we? Pathetis? Really? Your lord is Pathetis. Sounds like pathetic. Really pretty portrait, though. The Valiant of Verda is a blade who searches her purpose. Loyal, resilient, and tenacious. Okay, so this is a shove hack. People have movement skills. Okay, we can view growth rates. Growth rates are low, actually. I like that. Blade Wraith. My goodness, what an edgy class. Why don't you call him a Myrmidon, will ya? We got a dancer, Nadia. The Allure, a dancer who wields unique magic. Okay. Lustrate. Okay, so this is one of those hacks that likes giving unique class names. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not a fan, but it's fine. Everyone has luck touch. So if you're gonna have everyone have luck touch, you can actually, there is actually a way to hide the skill. Message Vividero, he knows how to do it. Oh, Paladin, the Order, Knight of the Court and Father, Decisive, Sturdy, Wise. We got our Jagan, ladies and gentlemen. He can access the supply, and he's got reposition. And bad growths, I like it. Very cool. And then we got Varus, the Unbroken. Confident with skills to match. Cocky, suave, and strong. Smite. So everyone has a movement skill. That's actually really cool. You got custom icons right here. Spell Rend. Ooh! I think those are Eligor Spare icons, or they may be from the repo. Oh, here's the main character. Oh, they must be siblings, surely. Look at them. They're so similar. In fact, they're so similar it's almost jarring. Azaria, the Wayfarer. Okay. Alright. So, I really like this. One thing you can do is you can install a patch to turn the game speed to fast, text speed to fast, and animation to 2 immediately, so you don't have to do it, because it just makes the game prettier. Alright, let's try it out. Oh my god, there's so many. We got vessels, we got some monsters here. We got Arclings, an Arcane Spirit. Okay. Let's see what our Jagan can do, shall we? What horrors befell upon your creatures? Only the lords will pure your wrath. Oh, he's using the patch that makes the music continue. This is actually very cool. Yeah, so far this has been like a 9.5 out of 10. I have nothing but praise. The only thing that you need to work on is your formatting. If you can nail the formatting, you have a hack that is honestly amazing. Let me send you back to hell. Will you take Lex Talionis projects? It's hard for me to critique them because I don't know Lex Talionis. We also have a talk, and I think talks are free in this hack. Nothing like mortal peril to make one feel alive, wouldn't you say? Only you would try to seduce a lady in her last moments. I don't know why you do these skips with the talk. I'm not sure if having a flirty talk is a good thing in this kind of life and death situation. You might want to save it for later. Oh, is that a dancer ring? Yes, it is. Reduces damage taken. It's Ninin's Grace. Does it refresh as well, or does it just buff? There is a patch you can apply that makes your Ninin's Grace refresh. I actually think it's a really cool thing to do. Alright, let's check out Shadow Lord right here. You'll return to the living only to die again. Such a pathetic fate. Oh, he really is Ares, isn't he? Oh, he is Ares. That's a beautiful sheathing animation. My goodness, look at that. You really don't want to split up? Don't tell me how to play. Probably I don't. I'm just checking. Ooh, we got 2% crit rates. Creatures of the dead? They seem to be guarding these halls. No time for questions, Azaria. I gotta stay focused. Really pretty animations for sure. Ooh. Slight criticism, I think, on the first map. Also, does this hack use 1 RN? Because I feel like I've taken way too many 20 hits already. Slight criticism on your enemy stats. You, generally speaking, you want a low percentage crits on the first map. It frustrates new players. You, generally speaking, you do not want generic enemies to have 1 to 3% crit rates on your players. This feels very unfair to the player because you don't have many resources early on. And it is very frustrating if a zombie crits you with a 3% crit and kills your unit. So generally speaking, what you should do is you should either reduce your enemy's skill, so that, like, give them like -1 or 2 points of skill so you don't get that, or you buff the base luck of all your playable units. 1 to 3% crit rates is very... that can make someone like rage quit your hack and never play it again. Yeah, no, I'm not saying you shouldn't crit your players, but not like this. You need to save crit rates for later on. Or at the very least, provide some kind of... oh, what's going on here? Oh. Oh, I love it! He's using lightning strikes to show the map. This is so smart. Oh, dude. I've never even thought of doing that. Dude, that is amazing. Using lightning strikes to actually show the map. I love it. That's such a clever way to use sight. I've never even thought to do that as a gimmick. Wouldn't hurt to grab a few relics while we're here, right? Assuming you don't mind risking your life, darling. Tempting. All units are capable of opening chests and doors. Time is limited with these ruins. Pick and choose wisely. Yeah, this is a hell of a first chapter. This is not a hack for beginners, though. I'll say this much. So, yeah. We have only 10 turns to escape. Imagine if it was Treasure Fog. I think for a map like this, Treasure Fog doesn't make sense. But yeah, as I said, there is a way to make the lockpick skill invisible. But yeah, let's see what's in here. A vulnerary custom icon. Oh, people have Kanto. Interesting. Even foot units have Kanto. You know, I like that, actually. That's actually pretty cool. Yes, this hack is still in development. It only goes... on the sidebar, it said it only goes to chapter 14 or something, I think? Not sure. Anyway, need to make sure we don't lose our dancer here. I don't mind using my Jagan. And he's using the Duke Knight animations, actually. That's kind of cool. I like that. So far, this is an absolutely amazing map. I love it. I'm back. What did you miss? A hell of a strong opener. A hell of a strong opener. Oh, custom. Oh, yeah, I've seen these dancer animations. The sexier dancer animations. Chat's gonna like these. Oh, and you can Kanto after dancing. That's so cool. You can Kanto after dancing too. Let's see his sword animation, shall we? I will say these Duke Knights animations are a little clunky. I know we used them for Unbundled Saga, but I never liked how slow they are. If anyone needs Kanto, it is bards and dancers. Yeah, I think it's cool, actually. They are cool. They're just a little slow, that's all. But yeah, this is solid. This is solid as hell. Ooh. We're gonna have the lightning strikes again. So every turn you get to see where the enemies are, but you kind of have to remember it. Yeah, this is solid. Solid, solid, solid. Ooh, we got dust counts coming in here. Be careful about that. Let's move down. See what we can do. Imagine if lightning hits and the Demon King is just barely visible in the corner. Yeah, that would be kind of funny, actually. I would like that. They do take a little while. Yeah. You're basically sacrificing, speed. Dude, these dancer animations are so horny. I love them. Maybe I can kill this guy now. Alright, well. Ooh, I want to check something, actually. I'm just going to bring out the Silver Lance for this. Yeah, sometimes you don't just want to make everything faster. Some people do like ROM hacks that take their time. It all depends on the audience that you want to get. I do want to get myself a vulnerary. Okay, good. I was wondering if you use the faster heal patch. I do like that one a lot. And we can shove, which is honestly really cool. 5-use vulneraries is nice as well. Oh yeah, this hack is nuts. Really, really solid. Yeah, no, this is probably one of the best Romhacks I've reviewed on the stream, honestly. Again, the formatting is the only complaint I have. Everything else is great. Yeah, it looks like this is going to happen every time. Oh, there's a Medusa there. Do you guys see it? Better than Wishing Quest? I don't know if we want to. We don't want to set the bar too high. These ruins are a maze. Feels like we're walking in circle. Less whining, more swinging. So here you can definitely use the one text box, but I think, again, I'm not going to repeat my criticism too much. You already know that your formatting needs to improve. But aside from that, man, absolute cinema, dude. I'd love to play this hack. I would absolutely love to play this hack. Oh, is this a house? Oh, you can visit. Someone dropped this? Careless. Oh, okay. So what I would do here, and this is a little cool thing that you can do. All right, I'll show you this right now. There's a special patch that you can apply that actually, and I think you should know this patch, Atlas, because I think you use it. There's a patch called Unique Tile Names. So let me just bring up the patch list super quick. Yeah, change tile name. That's what the patch is called. You can rename tiles without actually having to rename them. So what you can do, which I think is actually pretty cool, is if you download the patch called Unique Tile Names, you can literally change custom tile names. So what does that thing look like? It's more like a cave, maybe, like a dark, or like a dark entrance, maybe, or maybe like just door or hallway, maybe. Yeah. So once we set this patch, then we can actually change it to hallway, like this, and that way, when players mouse over it, they're gonna be like, "Ooh, what's this? Hallway," right? That is going to encourage them to actually move over it. So that's like one of the things you can do, is to just add. I really like the patch that lets you add custom tile names to, because it's very nice. You don't have to do it in the editor. You can just do it with a patch. Bone hole? Yeah. So that's like the only real thing that aside from the formatting, that I think you can do better. I also think, if I'm not completely mistaken, I think there is a patch to change dance music. Because I do actually think that actually I don't think there is. You can only change the dance background, sadly. Because I do think that the dancing music breaks up the tension a little bit. It's a really kick-ass song, and then it's like Tethys' theme, you know? But sadly, I looked at the patches, and it seemed like you can only really change the dance music once, which kind of sucks. Yeah, there is ways to do it. I might just not be knowing the name of the hack or the patch. Anyway, let's heal up our Armor Knight a little bit, shall we? I also like these custom health plates right here. That's really cool. Having big map is fine for first map, but it needs to be dynamic. Very important to not have wasted space. Yeah, I will say that I think for a new player, this map can feel very intimidating. I think it's a great first map. I think most people who play Romhacks are already somewhat experienced Fire Emblem players. I can see this map scaring away some new players. There's a lot to do, and you can't get everything. New players really hate that. But I personally think it's really fun. You don't think this is Chapter 1? He loaded in a letter map? No, it's called Chapter 1. Creatures are closing in from the rear. Pick up the pace! Yeah, so you gotta get out of here. I say we just beeline to the finish line. Oh, these guys look amazing. Yeah, there's your GTFO timer for sure. Yeah, you don't want to spend too long here. Check for Cuckold. Cuckold follows me wherever I go. That sounded really wrong. It is called Chapter 1, so I think it is. I think it is the first chapter. I mean, it's just very ambitious. Alright, so we're being chased from behind now. Donate $2. Will you give Vision Quest nothing but praise now? Oh, sorry, I missed some donations, guys. I'm so sorry. Noel donated $10 through Super Chat. Hey, Mangs, unfortunately I couldn't submit my hack since it's nowhere near in a state to be reviewed. Maybe next time I can show it off for you. Glad to hear you had a good day. Thank you, Noel. I'm so sorry for missing this. And then we have Sleepy Pell donated 200 Swedish crowns. Based Emblem or cringe Emblem? Only time will tell. There'll probably be some cringe. However, I will ask you guys, please don't be mean to the other hacks that come after this if they're nowhere near this. Like we really, the one thing that I will not allow in these streams is to roast someone's hack. I usually am okay with roasting people, but this is like, I really don't want to roast people's hacks in the stream. It's very important that we don't do this. Constructive criticism moment. This is another 1% crit, by the way. Again, you just want to lower the skill of the enemies a little bit for this map. Just 1 or 2 points should do it. You are roasting it on the thumbnail, trash or treasure. Yeah, but I'm not roasting specific hacks. I'm not roasting specific hacks. I feel like Spell Rend maybe should not be effective against flyers. Alright, Shadow Lord leveled up. I can't believe this guy's class is called Blade Wraith, dude. What an edgy fucker. Alright, I'm just gonna use my Jagan here. Let's just get to the finishing line. There we go. No roasting? No roasting? Okay, alright. Well, I'm allowed to roast. You guys are not. Alright, can we kill this guy? Yes, we can. Very nice. Can you install the crit patch so we can see their unique crit animations? I can easily do that, actually. I don't even need to install a patch. I can do it right here. It's actually very easy to do. There you go. Easy. Now we can see their crits. Actually, no, we might only see their crits a little bit. Because 100 skill is actually not a guaranteed crit, it turns out. Timer broke. No, it's still going. There is no Mang's timer. We should have the timer going off soon, I think. It'll go off. It'll go off soon. Yeah, I think we can probably You know, we don't need to finish the map. We can probably end it now. I feel like, you know, honestly, dude, oh, good. That's nice. That's nice. You put the dragon. That's good. Very good, yeah. Well, dude, I have nothing but praise. People want to see crate animations, so let's go. People want to see crate animations. Oh no! You downloaded a buggy script. This happens a lot. It's not your fault. You just got an animation that had a bugged script. Just talk to Balsac, he can help you. He fixes it. There's a lot of really bad animations on the repo that bugs out like this. But honestly, it was a good. Honestly, it was a very good time to end it anyway. Yeah, like, what can I say, man? What can I say, man? As this is top notch. You clearly don't need my advice, okay? Whatever advice I could give you would just be nitpicking. You clearly are an experienced ROM hack maker. You know how to make a ROM hack. Like, I have nothing but praise. A fantastic first map. Yeah. It's a strong 9.5 out of 10. And there's the timer, guys. There's the timer. Yeah. Best of luck, Atlas, with your ROM hack. This was really solid. One of the best we've ever seen on the stream. Again, wonderful. All right, let us continue on. Oh, I think this is an Echoes team, actually. Yeah, I think it is. Ah, yes. The Seal of War. Let's go. I don't know if Atlas has his team. I have no idea. Let's see. I do believe I was given a save file here. So let me Yeah, I think they wanted me to play Chapter 3. So the creator included a save file. Because I think he didn't want me to play Chapter 1, but rather Chapter 3. Which is, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So once again, if you are the creator of this, please raise your hand in chat and go like, hey, this is my hack, and maybe leave a comment too so Thalso sees you, and then I'll tell Thalso to put your name in the timestamps, and if you have anywhere where the hack is publicly available, you can include that as well, and we'll make sure to give you credit so people can go try your hack for yourself. Oh, LTA. Okay, alright. Made by LTA. Lovely. Alright, timer is started. Let's go. Oh, it's right there in the title screen. Okay. Alright. Portraits are okay. They're not splices, or at the very least, the two on the left are not, I think. I think the one on the right might be a slight splice. But I'm not a portrait maker, so don't listen to me. Formatting is actually not bad. You're using different boop pitches, which is really nice. I mean, the LTA helped format for Rebellion Saga, so it is not weird that you have good format. See, one line text boxes. This is wonderful. Oh wait, no, you didn't. I'm thinking of someone else, aren't I? Haven't you written supports? No, LTI. Sorry, I'm confusing him with someone else. Sorry about that. Oh, a Heron. Let's go. Yes, LTI was a tester. Sorry. Because I remember his name from the Discord. But yeah, so far this is top-notch formatting. You can see how much of a difference it makes when a hack is formatted well. It just looks better. The text boxes all fit. the boo pitches makes the units have more personality. Gunblade Knight donated $5. Do you accept submissions using other programs such as Lex Talionis? I'm not necessarily opposed to it. It's just that I won't be able to give any feedback on how to improve because I don't know Lex Talionis. All right, we got custom map sprites right here. We got an angel. Okay. We got a priest. We got a bard. He's got a ring he can't use, I think. We got Gregor the Knights. Okay. Cute little map. I like it. It's not very complex. There's not many paths to take, but there's a little bit of variation here. Let's check out our units. We got Nikki the Magister. Siembros the Druid. Paula the Thief. Look, it's a Hanako character. And Chris the Mercenary. He looks more like an Armor Knight than a Mercenary, but I guess it works. Okay, we're using the skill systems patch. That's fine. Displayable growth rates. Alertness. We got personal skills. That's all good. Magic Adept. Life Taker. Okay. Oh, he's a summoner? Wait, he can summon? He can. Oh, wow. It's a druid that summons. Okay. All right, so we got a mix of custom music and the vanilla FE8 music. That's fine. Ooh, I like the little magic icon that he has when he raises his hands now. All right, let's check out the summon, shall we? What does he summon exactly? Oh, he summons a Gorgon. That's cool. Hi, Skilla! Hi! Wow. He summons a Gorgon with Shadow Shot? Okay. Damn, so this is what happened to Skilla. Okay. Damn, that's really broken though. Oh, this is a 1% weapon? Okay, so she's not normally supposed to have this. Okay. That's funny, dude. Alright, so we need to go recruit the green units. That's fine. Generally speaking, I don't think I'm a fan of such a big company of green units all clustered together. Generally speaking, I think green units should arrive in no more than like 2 groups. Or like 2 clusters of 2. But we'll see how it goes. I feel like there's just too many units to throw at the player at once, but because you gotta keep something in mind. When there's that many units joining at the same time, each of them have less time to shine individually, right? Imagine if Ango came in first and did something. And after that, Leopold came in and helped heal. And then after that, like I think pacing your green units a little bit more gives each one of them more of a chance to make an impression on the player because there's so many of them. They kind of just join as a big group, and it makes each of them less individually impressive. He means on the same turn? Yeah, I just mean having 4 units join at the same time is... It's not necessarily a bad thing if you want to get the story going and you want to give the players, but I think you could pace them out a bit more. Maybe have them come out one at a time from the tavern. You got guide music here, that's cool. So the music clashes a bit because you have custom music combined with FE8 music, and that can be a bit jarring to some people, but again, all you need to do is just get some custom music for the map theme, and then it works. So I don't know what the thief is doing. I don't think he's going for the villages. Rain again? Yeah, but it's just cosmetic rain. It doesn't actually slow you down, so it's fine. Anyway, let's go talk to these guys. Hey, you there with the wings? Ango. I don't know. I think you could come up with a better name for your angel than Ango. So do they all turn blue now? Or do I have to recruit them one by one? So this is a Heron, I think. Okay, they all joined. That's good. That's good. Oh, no, it's not a Heron, actually. It is a flying light magic user. Drago? Drago the Lizard? What? Oh, you're making fun of me. Ah, you're making fun of me. Okay, okay. You guys know that Drago is not his real name. It's his nickname. Right? We have a... Wow, chat roasting me. Liber Miraculum. What's this? The sacred tome capable of miracles in a doormat form. Okay. Let's check out the animation, shall we? Ooh. Oh, okay. Yggdrasil. Okay, alright, alright. I get your point. I get your point, chat. Ooh, we got a dagger. Lowers throw skill by 4. Okay, so we got debuffing daggers from Fates. I like it. I love giving daggers to thieves. I think it makes them so much more fun to use. I think every Fire Emblem should do this. I don't like games where thieves can just use swords, because then they just feel like bad sword units. And yeah, sure, thieves already have good utility, but there's no reason why they can't feel a bit more unique, you know? Having self-awareness is like poison in the Fire Emblem community. You gotta be a bit self-aware, right? The truth is, we can all get better at something, me included, right? Just because I have some experience making Romhacks doesn't mean I make perfect Romhacks, right? You could critique my work for hours, right? Like, and that's how we all grow and get better, right? We always strive to make the perfect Romhack. We never do. It's impossible to make the perfect Romhack, but we try, right? So, why are there skeletons among these bandits? I didn't pay too much attention to the story, but I'm assuming there's a good reason. So far I will say this. I do like this map. This feels more like Chapter 1 than Chapter 3. The only thing, like, I think that this is a perfectly serviceable map. It is a little... Oh, also, you put cab sounds on your druid, by the way. Very easy fix. Just go to movement sounds and change it. This is a perfectly serviceable map. There's nothing wrong with it, per se. I think it's fine. I do think it lacks something, though. I think you could probably make it a little more interesting. The enemies are very spread far apart. It's very easy. You get a lot of units. I don't know if I agree with dumping 4 units on you immediately. You could spread them out a bit, I think. It's, again, there's nothing wrong with it, per se. It's just not blowing me away. I mean, and again, I know we just played a really good Romhack, and I'm trying not to hold that against you. I really am. But I think you do everything well. I think, like, the portraits are fine, the map looks great, you know, the portraits are all fine. The units feel cool and all. It's just the map itself could use a bit more going for it, you know? But I'll play for a little bit more and see if maybe a boss shows up. Yeah, there's no boss on the map either. I just noticed that. Oh no. Ooh, I hate that wind animation. That I call it the fart cloud. It's on the repo. Oh, okay, alright. So now there's a bunch of reinforcements. Oh, it's a survive map. Ah, okay, right. I could have noticed that. Okay, I see. So, now the map picks up a little bit. I take back what I said. This actually is a lot cooler. You got, for pre-promotes even. Yeah, I call that the stink cloud, the fart cloud. I just don't like it. There's so much better wind animations you can use. Take this shining tome. I cannot use it at all. Oh, you have unique dialogue for whoever visits the house. That's cute. That takes a lot of effort, but it does add a lot of flair to your hack. There's no... Oh, shit. I think I guess this guy does not have Kanto, does he? He does not. Oh, well. Whoops. It's okay. I'll clear it with shout. No, I can't even. Let's see. Maybe I can dance for the summon and kill the archer with Shadow Shot. That might work. I just assumed since Wings, he would have Kanto, but that's honestly on me. That's not the hack creator. He even gave a dialogue saying, keep me away from arrows, so, you know. Well, I think actually I might... No, I'm cooked. I might be able to knock him into healing mode if he has healing AI. We'll see what happens. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think that's a dead angel, guys. I like that they respond. That's actually very cute. You also add some experience for visiting houses, which I really like. Oh, okay, so you can still talk to them. You can still talk to them after you recruit them. What I would do personally here is I would add an alternate talk that removes the recruitment music, so it just turns into a talk combo. You do this, you just check for his allegiance. You just do an allegiance check. If he's green, you play the recruitment music. If he's blue, you just make this a talk. Because he's already joined you. It's just a thing I like to do. Where is this guy's neck? Yeah, same here. You can add an allegiance check. Because you only want to play the recruitment music when someone is actually being recruited. Ooh, you know what? Maybe the archer will go for Narva now. I can't get over it. The bard is literally just Johan. I think that might be the Johan portrait from the repo, yeah. The names are not amazing. I don't hate them though. Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm not one to critique other people's names, but I think names can have charm if you stick with them. Like, I do agree that Ango and Gregor feels a bit memey, but you know what? If this is... Oh, okay, alright, okay. I think I just lost Gregor, guys. I think Gregor's dead. I wonder if that's a game over. It sounds like a game over. It's not. Well, Ango didn't die. So, I see a big problem with this map, positioning-wise. Custom dark tone, that's very nice. We love to see that. The problem with this map is that I very much think you can spawn camp the enemies, because so when you make a defense map, you want to make sure that where the enemies spawn are not too close to where the players are. Now, I'm obviously playing this like shit, so I'm not going to be able to do that, but this map should have ambush spawns? I disagree. So the problem with this map is that I now know that the enemies come from here, here, and here. If I had played this better, and it would not be hard for me to play it better, I can very easily spawn camp the enemy, and you never want a situation where in a defense map you spawn camp the enemies. There are a couple of ways that you can do this. I would place some scary enemies at their spawn points to keep you away from them. Not like overly scary, but just scary enough to the point where you don't want to go near them. Like a couple of warriors like this, for example. Like place one warrior here, and then one pre-promote here, and then one pre-promote here. And then the ROM name is here, by the way. And then what you can do is you just don't want spawn camping, because that feels very cheap. Yes, making them ambush spawn is a way to avoid that, but I don't like making ambush spawns, so... Yeah, just put some pre-promotes or a boss that you don't want to fight yet, like one here, maybe a pre-promote here, and then pre-promote here, and now you are keeping the player away from your spawn points. I also think that the enemies arrive a little too slowly. Yes, like getting the villages quickly is not hard at all. Yeah. It's a survive map. It should have ambush spawns. I disagree. I don't like ambush spawns. I don't think you should ever have ambush spawns in your hack. I just don't think they're a good mechanic. But yes, making them ambush spawns is a way to fix it. I just don't think you should. Yeah. Again, this map may benefit from being a little bit bigger. Like just a few, maybe add some hallways under here so that the enemies have more room to move around. So, But aside from that, oh, you can visit here as well. Okay. I really like how you have custom dialogue depending on who visits. I know that takes a lot of work, but it does add a lot of flair. Now the question is, do you want to do this for every single house in your hack? Like, this is one of the things that sound very cool at first when you just do the first few chapters. But keep in mind, once you have a roster of 30 playable characters, you now have 30 different dialogues to write for each house. Do you really want to do that? This is what I call overloading. This is what I call like work overload, is when you make a mechanic that seems good at first, but it ends up completely overloading you later on. It is cool that you do it, and you can always like maybe do it just for the first few maps. But if you set the player's expectation to want to see unique dialogue per village, they're not going to like it when it suddenly stops, right? Yeah, this map might also be a little bit too open for a proper defense map. It's not necessarily a problem, but defense maps, you generally want to have some choke points to defend for defense maps. It feels better. I would maybe add an extra village above the warrior. Just make the map a bit more cluttered, I guess. I like that you're sending warriors in Chapter 3. I actually like it when Romhacks do this. I think there's nothing wrong with sending early game pre-promotes at your player. They can be used like mini-bosses, basically. Just don't make them too strong, but I don't think you did. I think this warrior is good, well balanced. He doesn't one-shot my guys, but he's still a scary unit, right? Anyway, I'm gonna turn off animations, and then I'm gonna kind of like just rush through a few more turns just to see how your map progresses. It's already slowing down a lot. It's already slowing down a lot. Dropping a stat booster from the warrior, that's fine. And looks like we have no enemies left, so... Map has some pacing issues. Because now I have literally nothing to do. So yeah, your reinforcements are coming in a little too slow. I will say this, as a guy who's designed many defense maps are some of the hardest chapters that you can design in Fire Emblem. And the reason why they're so hard to design is because you have no idea how players are going to approach it. You don't know if they're going to turtle in the center. You don't know if they're going to go hyper-aggressive. Defense maps are so fucking hard to get right. They are either way overtuned or they are laughably easy. But again, there are ways that you can make the players, again, keep them away from their spawn points. You can make some events that check the amount of enemies on the map and spawn extra if they're doing too well. You can add siege tomes that are stationary, preventing players from going into certain areas. There are ways you can limit the player. But ultimately, if someone who is very good at the game goes hyper-aggressive, they're generally going to be able to trivialize your defense chapter, I'm afraid to say. They're incredibly hard to get right. I also like that you put many different items on the characters. It's nice. Big peeve I have with many hacks is that they just put an iron sword on the merc and call it a day. Nah, give your merc like a steel blade. Give him like a lance reaver. Nothing wrong with giving player access to advanced weaponry early on. It just makes the early game more fun, I think. Yeah. So I feel like at this point, also I don't like that there's not a counter for the survival. I feel like you should tell the player how many turns they have to survive. Also, this Jagan druid right here is way too strong. I think a properly designed, like I like that you give up pre-promote early on. I think that's cool. Okay, sense something approaching. Why does he sense? Does he have the ability to sense the future? If not, you should just say, I hear someone approach. I feel like, yeah, his defense is too high. I really like this unit. I think it's cool that you have an early game druid that can heal and summon. He's a really solid Jagan, but I would probably knock his defense down by 5 points. Because 15 defense is insane, right? I know he has mercy. That's really cool. I saw that, actually. And I like that. But I think he's way too tanky. I think what you can do is you can increase his defense growth, but lower his defense base, so that he eventually gets tanky, but you don't want him to take no damage from all enemies early on. That doesn't feel right. It feels like cheating, you know? No one wants a Seth-type unit that just murders everything, right? You want even your Jagan to be at least a little bit mortal. That makes for more interesting gameplay. So, I'd say, you know, you have the fundamentals down. You know how to create a good map. Oh, I like that. That's a good squad, I think. I like that you put the Cyclops a little bit in front, but let me just show you just how broken this Druid guy is. Like, he takes, not even the Cyclops can two-shot him. So you can see right here, this character is way too strong. Way too strong. Also, I think you should have the boss move with the pack, actually. Because if you can do this, if I can deal with the pack first, then the boss doesn't become as threatening. Does he even move, actually? He does. Okay, I think he should charge along with his pack. That would have made for a much scarier boss. He does move after one turn, which is fine, I guess. I can feel your aura. Wow. Bro can feel aura. Okay, alright, so the boss kills him. Does he have a Lunatone? Okay, so I guess this guy doesn't have the best of rests. Okay, I'll take back what I said. He is mortal, apparently. Maybe I can kill him with my thief? Oh, this boss is very strong, actually. Almost a little too strong, I'd say. You got custom bottle quotes. Very nice. Let's see if I can kill the boss. Oh, dodging with my bar. I'm not playing this very well, but I'm just looking for stuff at this point. Now, what you can do is you can spawn a bunch of enemies that follow after the boss to force the player to kill him quickly. This can be a good way to kind of up the stakes a little bit. And killing the boss ends the map. All right. All right, all right, all right. Very cool. This guy looks like his beard is part of his face. It looks like skin hanging down from him. Looks very weird. Also, you're making people move too fast in cutscenes. I would slow down the movement. I don't like when players sprint across the map. It looks weird. Like, just slow them down. You're using speed 10 or 12 here. Alright, so, instead of just talking about what I think we should improve, allow me to actually open the ROM and we'll do some work on the ROM. Because there's a lot of lessons to be learned here. We have about 5 minutes left of this, so I think we can definitely do something here. I'd like to show you a couple of things that I would do to this map. Obviously, you know, I'm not gonna... This is just me having fun with your map, so don't take it too personally. But I'd like to... So let's open up the monitor right here. So let's have a look at your map right from the start here. So these are the units that start out. So how can we make this map a little bit better, right? So the first thing we do is we add, let's see, we add some pre-promotes, and since I'm lazy, I'm just gonna copy over your warrior, I think. I think your warrior was a decent unit. Probably want to change the class a little bit, though. So let's add 3 stationary pre-promotes in locations where they're not too oppressive. Let's put the warrior maybe... Let's put him maybe on the barrel. Or maybe... Yeah, we don't want him to punish... We don't want him to punish, I think if we put him here, we obviously don't want to copy his stat boosters, that would be bad. And we want to set his AI to stand still, obviously, so that means we do have to count the squares a little bit. So we want to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, you know, we don't want him, obviously. Maybe here is better. He does block the armory if we do this, but maybe there's something good in the armory, and maybe he's actually blocking the armory. I don't think that necessarily is a bad idea. What you can also do is we can make him stationary, and we can give him a bow. So if we make him stationary like this, we can give him like a longbow. So that way, if you move into this range right here, he will take a shot at you. And what we can do is we can up his level a little bit. Up it to like 5. Right? Can you zoom in? Maybe? Let's see. I can try and zoom in a little bit. This is better? Do you like this better? So, again, this is just very rough stuff right here, but just to kind of give a little bit of an example of what I'm talking about. You might not like this very much, but it's just like it's just like a way to make it a little bit more engaging. So again, I'm not saying you have to do it exactly this way. It's just a way to make your map a bit more engaging. So now, let me just open up. Obviously, this is gonna. I think I might just turn off the volume sound real quick here. There we go. All right. So let me just restart the map and show you. Yeah, so now you can see what I've done here. I've placed these stationary warriors in locations where I don't want the player. They're pretty scary, so you don't necessarily want to go close to them. Right? So, yet, they're stationary, so they don't prevent you from going from the villages. Now, what you can do is, after your boss shows up, you can turn them. You can make them move again. That way, you have a pressure on you to kill the boss before they come get you, right? Now, depending on... You might not like this solution. It's just one of the Band-Aid solutions that I recommend. Because you just don't want the player spawn camping you, and this is a way to prevent that, right? It's just a way to prevent that. And again, looking at this map, I'm not a map maker, so take this with a grain of salt, okay? But I do think maybe you could close off this area a bit more. Again, map makers are going to have a seashore right here. I'm not saying this is the way to do it. But maybe this, you know? Again, make it nicer, obviously. But I feel like maybe a closed off village here would help a lot towards just making this a bit more defensive, you know? I like that you have barrels with a void. That's always nice. You can probably add a few more, honestly. Barrels are nice. Like, defensive terrain is nice. You can never have enough defensive terrain. Maybe put a barrel right here. Okay, maybe not like that, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I also think that, so, again, this is just take all of this with a huge grain of salt, okay? Like, I'm not showing you exactly how to do it. I'm just giving you ideas. And I also think just maybe your green units... I think what you really could do here is you could make them already spread out, ready to defend, right? What if the Armor Knight is tanking this corner right here, right? What if the priests and maybe Ango, maybe he's like over here or something, or maybe he's like floating above the walls like this, you know? Obviously he's green, so you know you do need to go get him at some point. And then maybe the Bard is like down here, so you need to go get him. And then Leopold could be like near the tavern. You know, again, I'm just giving you ideas. Yeah, you have to change the narrative. Again. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're out of time. But just to show you, just with these few changes, I think the map now looks a little bit better. The units start spread out, which encourages you to spread out, right? It encourages you to spread out. You have these warriors who block off the spawn points. And already we have a map that's looking a little bit better. You gotta hurry and get the green units before they die, right? Now the map goes from a very slow-paced map to a very hectic map because you gotta spread out and get these green units quickly before they get overwhelmed, right? So I hope this feedback was helpful. I hope this feedback was helpful, my friend. Couldn't find this ROM anywhere. Well, creator, if you are in chat, please let us know, okay? And we will post the link. So that was Seal of War. Hanako's trying to DM you? Okay. Made this little joke to interchange chat. Takes less than 10 minutes. Okay. All right. Well, I'll put it in the pile, Hanako, and we'll see what I have time for. Okay. There are a lot of hacks to go through today. All right. Up next, we have a hack called the Golden Path. Yeah. All right, let us see what we're up against, shall we? All right, we got not a unique title screen, but we do have a custom music, which I do like. Is the creator in chat? Please raise your hand and let us know. Okay, no difficulty slider, just straight to the action. I like that. Yeah, music is nice. Custom music does a lot for your intro, for sure, for sure. Oh no. It's the drunk. Okay, custom cutscene. Alright, very cryptic. Very cryptic. Sentinel of the Golden Path. Okay. I like that you're using titles. Oh, okay. So what he's doing here is actually very clever. He's using intro titles as narration. That's actually really clever. I never thought to do this. Because what he's doing is he's loading in the chapter titles, but he's using the chapter titles to narrate. Hanako, why didn't we think of doing that? Why didn't we think of doing that? That's actually brilliant. I've never thought of that. Again, this is why I love seeing other people's ROM hacks like this, because you get a lot of inspiration. Oh, we did that in the Rebellion Saga prologue? Okay, sorry, I forgot. Okay. You said the same thing last stream? I guess I did, right? I forget easily. Ask my wife. Okay. Oberon. Who's Oberon? A young man guided by a mysterious force. Wow, this guy fucking sucks. 0 in every stat. Can I rescue these guys? No. Okay. They left behind a broken shell, yet there remains a power lingering within. Go discover and reawaken what has been buried for too long. Okay, I like this music. Yeah, this is a bit Dark Souls-y, isn't it? Oh my god, this is cool. I get 3 weapons to choose between. Oh, I am loving this. So we can choose the weapon of our lord. Wow. Okay, this is epic. Okay, chat, this is epic. I like that you've added a patch to not let you view their stats, like you do with the Gorgon eggs. Okay, let's go with a sword. Will the sword wreathe in flame as to pierce through the hearts of your foe? This is so cool. This is so cool. Formatting is top tier. Oh, can I get 2 weapons? Take the staff shunned by those who came before us. Oh, you get 2 out of 3, maybe? Oh, I get all 3? Okay, that's a little disappointing. Okay, it would have been much cooler if I had to pick 2 out of 3, I think. Much cooler if you actually have to select 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3 weapons. Much cooler. Because that's a choice, right? Yeah, I would have preferred 1 out of 3 myself. Is this your class selection, or... Oh, no, now we have to fight? Oh, we got a War Monk. That's cool. Apparition. Right, yeah, I really think you should have just let me pick 1. Okay. I feel like a music change would have probably been appropriate here. Maybe it's the consequences of a free talk action? Maybe. That needs to be resolved in that case. Yeah, if you choose staff, that might be a problem for sure. That's why I say 2 out of 3 probably. So you get either swords tomes, swords staffs, or staff tome. Also, these encounters are not very engaging, but maybe they're not supposed to be. I'm just standing on a pillar tanking them. Because I really like the idea of choosing your lords. Like, almost like a avatar creation, almost. Besides that, though, this is like a 9 out of 10 intro. I think it is very, very engaging. I do think that that the encounters could be a bit more engaging, but like this is gonna hook players. I think it's a good intro. Oh, now we got allies. Okay. Ooh, he's got inspiration. Okay. Music is very good, yeah. Music is carrying this hard. Okay, we got Eligor. Hello. So this seems like a bit more of a puzzle. I think we just got inspiration. So that's nice. I like this little skill box here. We need to import that for Alnodon Saga and Rebellion Saga. I think that looks really good. What's this? Oh, 8 defense. Okay, so this is the tank tome. Alright, alright. I feel like I'm gonna... Oh, what's this? Venom bow. Ensnaring bow? Oh, you can reduce speed. Okay, I see. I'm betting there is a bit of a puzzle to this, where you have to use your items properly to kill these guys. Silver Lance. Holy Axe. Oh, wow. This guy's really broken. It would have been cool if the weapons you picked up are actually the weapon of your other units. Yeah, there's a lot of potential here for sure. Let's kill this guy. Let's see if we lose any units. My only criticism so far is that the combat itself doesn't feel super polished. Like, the way you've structured this make it seems like you're setting up for a puzzle. I'm not saying it has to be a puzzle. I'm just saying that that's what it seems like you want to do. Have an enemy using pure water there. That's cool. Atmosphere. Oh, okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I spoke too soon. This might get a lot harder, a lot quicker than I thought. Okay, what's up with this guy? He's got 16 res. Damn, okay. Huh, does not grant weapon experience. Wow, okay. You know, maybe I need to poison him? Maybe I need to poison him. Let's get, okay. Yeah, oh! Oh, okay, so big criticism here. Do not call it a Venom bow. Call it a Sleep bow. Because 90% of all Fire Emblem players are going to look at Venom bow and they're going to say, oh, this is trash. This is a toxic bow, right? Definitely call it a Sleep bow. Because a lot of people are going to make the mistake I did and say, oh, this sucks, right? But if it actually puts people... That's amazing. Yeah, I love that. That's really cool. Again, because you call it Venom bow, all players are just going to look at it and automatically think to themselves, that's just a poison bow, right? Yeah, it's definitely getting harder now. I think I might lose a unit. I don't know if that's a game over. We'll find out, I guess. Call it like a tranquilizer bow or a sleep bow or something like that, because you You want a player to immediately know what a weapon is about. They shouldn't have to read description for every weapon. Alright, I think I might lose a few units now. I may have spoken too soon. This is actually a big puzzle map. Alright, will this give me a game over? I hope not. No, it will not give me a game over. Who made this hack? I don't know. If you are in chat, let us know. Is it Henry? Really? Wow. Henry, the goat. Okay, let's see if we can actually clean this up. I don't know if you get anything for keeping all your units alive. But since they're generics, I actually like that they can die. That's actually nice. Yeah, as far as like introductions, this is one of the more unique hacks I played. I like it. I think I might lose Timu Sakurias here, guys. The generics are not getting XP either, so I don't think you're supposed to keep them around, but we'll see. Yeah, you are kind of stuck in the center of it. I feel like I'm not using the map very well. But it has potential for sure. A lot of potential. This guy is so bulky. What the... Okay, I think I might have to bring out my... Oh, I just realized this guy has a mend. Just realized this guy has a mend. Okay, it's gonna be a bit slow, but... I guess I'll just tank the pillar. I mean, this thing gives me 8 defense. If I just stay on the pillar, I might just be able to kill him that way. Ooh, okay, I don't know. If I have to route, then I think I might be in trouble. Oof. Do you have to bring up Vision Quest every 5 minutes? I know you like repeating the same joke all over and over, but do we really have to do it? Oh, okay. Oh. 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 I feel like killing the boss should end this. Oh. 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 Run to the throne? Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. The throne should heal me, right? Good idea. Good idea, chat. It should heal me, too. I should have just done that from the start. Watch him hit me now, though. Oh. I think I'm safe, chat. So a little bit of a slow finale here, but again, this has massive potential for sure. I don't know if this is the intended way to beat this. All right. I think they're being ironic, Sekrom. Can we stop talking about Vision Quest now, chat? Like, really? I know I've made fun of it before, but can we stop? Like, I'm getting tired of seeing it in chat, like, every 5 minutes. Ooh, okay, alright. I think I'm fucked, guys. Oh, no, wait, what? Are these, like, extra lives? Oh! Hey, I get new reinforcements. So here's the question. Do I get these as replacement units or in addition? I don't think I'm beating this. I don't know if you're supposed to keep all your generics alive. Okay. Using a pure water, that's cute. Oh, okay. Light runes. Light runes are such a cool mechanic, and they should be utilized way more, I think. Ah, enfeeble, sleep, rescue. Now we're talking. Enhancer, effective against mages. Guardian Axe. Okay, okay. Alright. I like that. What if we pop an enfeeble on this guy? That should, like, reduce his stats, right? -5 defense and res. That's pretty solid. Again, I don't know if I'm supposed to. I don't know if I would have had the 4 others. We'll have to see, I guess. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this might actually debuff these guys. Also, notice how the light runes turn black. This is a very, very weird little thing with that graphics. Whenever you use overland battles, for some reason the light runes bug out. I was never able to understand why. So I think... No, actually, no, the enfeeble staff does not work like that. But I think what we will do is we will put one of the heroes to sleep. Ming's running straight into enemies and fumbling prologue. We'll see if I can beat it. I might be able to. You don't know that. So far, it's going pretty good. Alright, now the light runes go away. So that's nice. Give you a bit more time. Oh, he's still asleep. Very nice. And we can silence this guy. Maybe I should have silenced the other guy, actually. That might have been a better idea. It's very mysterious, which can be both a good and bad thing. Well, killing the silenced guy. At least he can't retaliate back, so that's nice. Well, we might attack this sleeping guy a little bit. Well, let's see what happens. He's awake now. Uh-oh. That's okay. My soldiers are strong. Is there another room after this? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I feel like despite playing like shit, I'm doing okay. Why silence him if you were just going to kill him? I was not really thinking. I was not really thinking. Something tells me I'll still be able to do this though. I might lose my, I feel like I might need to keep my enfeeble. But I can't escape this guy, so I might as well just do this. I think he dies next turn anyway. Oh no! They tried to go for my soldier. Cool. If it's an intro, it's pretty long, but if this is the main gameplay, I have no idea. We'll find out soon, I guess. I don't think it's overly long for an intro. I think it's pretty good, actually. I don't know why the cursor blinked on me right there. I have no idea. Yeah, I was able to do it. It's very atmospheric, I will say that. Very atmospheric. I think I need to talk to this light with the main guy. Yeah. This would probably be a good time to end the chapter, though. Absolutely. I feel like this is perfect for a first chapter. But this might be the whole gameplay of the hack, like little puzzles like this, which honestly is great. Alright, now I have to go down to the statue. Oh, right, I have to go in front of the statue. This intro reminds me a lot of Dark Souls. Barrier breaker, okay. Alright. Oh, okay. I feel like that last boss was unnecessary. And what will happen now, I wonder? So now I'm curious to see if it's going to transition into like a normal story or if this is going to be, oh, okay, we're not done. Or maybe this is just the end cutscene. Okay, so now he exits the tomb. I am invested, though. I am curious. I am curious if this is going to keep going like this, or if it's going to become like a more of a normal hack. Formatting is very good, as is to be expected by Henry. He is perhaps one of the best formatters I know, so... It's cryptic, which can be good and bad. Some people like cryptic, other people don't like cryptic. Okay, he has a brother. He was just drunk in a forest all as long. Ah, yes, the lightning strikes. Aren't they great? Okay. Alright. I just want to see what Chapter 1 looks like. I'm probably not going to play it. I just want to see where it goes from here. Because I'm actually sort of invested. Like, I thought that was a pretty strong intro, personally. Okay, alright, so that's it. It's just FE8. It's just FE8 at this point. Okay, so that was literally the only chapter. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, so... There's a few things I have to say about this. So, I think it's a very strong intro. I think it sets up a very strong theme for your hack. The question is, where do you take it from here, right? Because you can only be cryptic for so long before it starts getting old, right? So I like the puzzle mechanics. I think you could probably polish the encounters themselves a bit more. I do like that there's some leeway for error, though. It doesn't have to be a frustrating reset hack, right? You don't have to kill the player if he doesn't play everything. But I say this is like a strong 8 or 9 out of 10 for sure. The atmosphere is really good. The music is good. It is overly cryptic, which some people love and others hate. I'm kind of mixed on it. I think some cryptic can be good, but it can get tedious if you do it too much. So it really, really depends on where you take it from here. Because if it's going to transition into a normal Fire Emblem game, this hack really sets itself up to be different. And so I think you need to follow through on that. And it needs to continue being different. So you have a bit of a challenge on your hands here. But I think if you do it well, it can be done very well. But I don't think I've ever seen an opening like this. So big points for creativity and thinking outside the box. This is solid stuff right here. Again, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I think some players are not going to like this. Others are going to absolutely love it. So, good job. I really like it. I don't think I really have anything more to say, so I think we can just continue. I have 6 minutes left, but you know, I don't really have any critiques that I would do. I just think it's solid. I just think it's good. People keep saying Dark Souls. I don't know if this is Dark Souls inspired. I haven't played Dark Souls. My wife could probably tell me, but so. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let us move on to the next hack on our menu right here, which is going to be called a Spellslinger's Lament. Okay, I'm just going to write Spellslinger. Well, I know the song. That is the theme of love from FE3. Is the creator in chat? Do let us know if you are. Last respects, okay. So we're opening up with a black screen here. Formatting seems to be good so far. We'll see if it lasts. Alright, using lava ambience. I like that. We got some cutscenes. Solid level of hacks this stream. I was expecting to see some more beginner hacks, but this is all really good so far. Oh, hello there, Etzel. How you doing? Units moving too fast in cutscene. You want to slow them down a little bit? Oh, okay. Good formatting. I can tell. This is someone who knows how to format. I can tell that because they use proper punctuation and they also use stop motion texts. Yeah. No, this is someone who knows how to format. And there's a 3-line text box. Yeah, this is going to be good formatting right here. Again, you want to slow down how fast units move in cutscenes. It just looks bad when they move too quickly. Also, I would advise you to maybe tone down the use of 3-line text boxes. They just look a little janky. You want to save them for when you really need them. Also, always do close speech slow before you move a character on the map. Hello, Rad. Oh, is this an actual Arcanea hack? It is! Oh, this is actually an Arcanea hack. Okay, then. Then it's not so bad to use these portraits. I don't know who the girl in the middle is. Like, I know Etzel, I know Rad and Caesar, but I don't know who the girl in the middle is. Is she Shadow Lady? This might be a Shadow Lady. Nice sound effects during cutscene. That adds a lot. Pretty map. I like the palette. It's a very green. Oh, bandits attacking villages in my Arcanea game? Wow. Ooh, that's a weird looking portrait. That clashes a bit with the style, I think. I also like how Rad is staring directly at the camera. This looks like a tactician girl. Sure, I would like to know about the mechanics. I think there are better ways to explain it than to dump it on me at the start, though. Alright, weighed down directly by the weight of their weapon. To make up for that, all weapons have their weight deflated. Okay. All units still have one con, though, so it's only to prevent graphical bugs. Okay, that's a... I think there are ways to remove con from the game that you could probably look into. Attack speed, check the minimum bar. Okay. No units can rescue. Ah, I see. It's an Arcanea hack, so no rescuing. Okay. I like that you make it optional to view this, at least. Okay, 1RN. Good that you explained this to the player. Yeah. Okay. A nice little info dump, at least. So yeah, it is indeed an Arcanea hack, but there are skills. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I thought maybe you wouldn't add skills, since you want this to be an Arcanea hack, but... Okay, also there's a little bit of a graphical glitch. Looks like Rad is being sent to the back rooms every time I view his stat screen. I do not know what's going on there. We got Lulia, the younger sister of Caesar. Yep, we have Shadow Lady right here, guys. We have a Shadow Lady type character. I feel like if you really are going to emulate Arcanea, you might as well just remove the skill system patch. Like, if you really want Arcanea, I mean, if you want Arcanea with skills, that's fine with me. But I think a lot of people who like Arcanea are not going to like that you have skills in it. Because Arcanea fans are purists. They want pure Arcanea experience, right? Oh, she was mentioned in FE12s. It's not a Shadow Lady. It's a, okay. Oh, you got speeding up animation with the key. I like that. Very nice patch. It is a little bit glitchy with Nosferatu, but I very much like having the ability to speed up animations when I play. Just you might have to remove the rune sword, though, if you have it in the game. It just tends to bug with this patch, sadly. Damn, Etzel really strong, dude. Bro, that's not a crit. Are you shitting me, dude? This is not a gripe to you, but to the animation maker. How is that not a crit? How is that not a crit, dude? Oh, bro, Etzel gets fucking murdered, dude. I guess he has life and death. Yeah, he's gonna absolutely... This feels like I'm playing Arcanea, I'll give it that. Well, feels like Arcanea, alright? Hey, it's Cecil! So, is this, does this take place after the game? Because she's a paladin here. Wow, Jagan Paladin being introduced by killing a bandit. Where have I seen that before? There is a way, actually, you can prevent that plus 128 from showing up. Oh, who's this? Is this Shadow Lord? Also, close speech slow. Or, yeah, close speech slow immediately after moving characters. That way the text boxes don't linger on screen when they move around. Oh, is it Roddy? He doesn't look like Roddy. Oh, no, it is him. Okay. Bond. And Rose Rush. Okay, well, it fits Cecil, I think. She's supposed to be, like, really... So this is just, this is what I would recommend. Just had a bit of an idea here. So this is just a way to, so you put a skill on Cecil that improves her damage dealt the more she moves. So you know what I would do? To force the player to acknowledge the skill, what I would do is I would put an enemy here with a Horse Slayer that she just barely doesn't kill if she attacks him from closest area. But if she moves around and attacks him from the back, she one-shots him. That way, you teach the player, hey, you gotta take advantage of these skills too. You know? Just a little thought I had in my head right here. So, you always want, so whenever you introduce a character, you always want their toolkits to be utilized as quickly as possible. Right? You don't just want to introduce characters at random, because that feels like poor design. You want to make sure that every single character that you introduce has a purpose and that they can use their toolkits for good things, right? Because I gotta say, like, this isn't bad or anything, but it does feel like you just chug a bunch of units onto a map with no purpose. There's also a lot of pre-promotes here, like a lot of pre-promotes. Like, my entire army is pre-promoted, it seems, except for the main character. Which, that may be the point. Actually, no, my entire army is pre-promoted. Which, interesting decision. I mean, if you're gonna do a post-war, it actually makes sense for them to be promoted. Oh, Cecil looks good. I like the Lioness hero animations. Oh, it's a one-chapter hack. Okay, I see. Then it makes sense, actually. Oh no, Lulia! Yeah, they're all pre-promotes, which is fine. I also think it's a bit weird how you have FE3 map sprites. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, they're gonna loot villages. Well, color me impressed. I like this villager portrait. He looks cool. 5,000 gold. And a lot of experience for visiting the village. A full level, actually. Okay. So where's the boss here? Gorson. He's pretty scary. Feels like I'm playing hard 5 already. Yeah, this is very FE3. I don't dislike it. It isn't blowing me away either, though. I think it's like a fine hack. But it does feel like it lacks a bit of purpose. Is it okay if I say that? Like, again, it really just feel like I'm just waltzing down killing brigands as I go, you know? I like 1RN. I think it's fine. I did lose that soul, which was, you know, it certainly doesn't lack for difficulty, I will say. Yeah, it feels... This is actually a very good way to describe it, Lizard Wizard. It feels like I'm playing a trial map in Arcanea. It feels like a trial map. Okay, here we go. Hey, it's Kane. Ryan, get the fuck out of here. I hope he's still an archer. That'd be so funny. And that's Katarina. Now, there is a big problem with the portraits that you've chosen to use here. There's a perspective clash here because Ryan's portrait is much smaller. So it looks like Katarina is huge. It looks like her head is massive compared to Ryan. Is that Violin? No, it's Kane. It's a good portrait. I think they just clash a little bit, it's all. Katarina has Assassin. I guess she is an assassin, isn't she? Kane has Bullseye. Wow, Ryan doesn't have Bullseye. 5 marks? Really? Wow. I gotta respect it, dude. Very annoying how I'm just barely able to kill these units. I guess you're forcing me to decide which one of them I kill. 5 marks! Bro, why am I getting Ryan and not Gordon, man? Wow. Kind of annoying. I wonder how many units are going to join us here. Anyway, if you don't mind, I think I'm going to turn off animations. I don't see many custom animations here, so I don't think there's that much to show off. Yeah, it feels like I'm playing a trial map. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, I feel like you could probably enable a fast level up patch if you want. If you like speed, which I think you do. Also, I don't think there's any vulneraries on my guys. Actually, no, there is. Kane has one, but he's far away. Hopefully I can buy one, because I don't have any vulneraries. And that's kind of annoying. Ooh. Huh. Could get a physics staff, why not? And an Elfire. We could buy a warp staff. Yes, we could. Absolutely. Maybe we should. If you really want to make it like Arcanea, by the way, there is a patch that gives warp global range. I don't know if maybe... We should see if he's enabled it, actually. Oh, rip Cecil. How do you fix portrait blur? I have no idea. There seems to be some corrupted data going on. But yeah, I actually kind of want to see. Does Physic have unlimited range? No. There is a... You can enable it. You can enable it. And I think it would make this feel a lot more Arcanea-like. You might not want unlimited use Warp Staff, but I think if Arcanea gameplay is your jam, then, you know, why not add it, right? Alright, so I don't know if I have much more to say about this, personally. I think it's fine. I think it's an okay hack. It seems like you're just having some fun with Arcanea units, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, where's Marth? I kind of just want to see. Let me see. Do we get a lot more units? Let me just have a little bit of a look. It does seem like we are not getting more units after this. Oh, no, wait. On turn 6, something's gonna show up. And I think you guys will like it, so... We'll play until turn 6 so you guys can see it. Haha! Dauros! He became sail. And we can use the boat. That's nice, actually. I like that. And he has a devil axe. That's amazing. We gotta use it. He became sail. Yeah, so that's the last unit that joins you. Again, it's a nice hack. I don't find it super interesting. It's not really my type of hack, but I don't really have any like big criticism. I think what you wanted was just to play around with some Arcana units, and that's some people are gonna like that. I think this menu music is very loud. You could probably tone it down a little bit. Yeah, you're welcome, Max. You're welcome, Max. All right. I say we move on to the next hack. Yeah, my main criticism would be if you're gonna go full Arcanaya, remove skills. I don't think they really added much to this. Remove skills and add global physic and warp. Go full. If you're gonna go Arcanaya, go full Arcanaya. The people who like Arcanaya will appreciate it, I think. All right, this one is called Hanako. Oh dear. Should I open this? I don't know. Do I trust Hanako? I don't know, dude. I am incredibly suspicious. I am incredibly suspicious. I am very, very highly suspicious of this contribution. Is this just Vision Quest? Is this just Vision Quest? This is just Vision Quest. This is just Vision Quest. Very funny, Hanako. Hilarious. Hilarious, Hanako. Okay, alright. To everyone who's not informed, let me just explain very briefly. So Vision Quest is a hack that's been around for a while. It's fully completed, it's like 40 chapters. There is nothing... It is not a bad hack by Romhack standards. It is a perfectly serviceable hack. It has gameplay, it has objectives, it has a story. The problem I have personally with Vision Quest is that it's touted as the pinnacle of ROM hacking. When you go onto FEU and you ask, what is the best ROM hack, a lot of people are going to answer Vision Quest, which is complete garbage. The story is really bad, the formatting is ugly as hell, the maps aren't that great in my opinion, it's way too fucking long. I also don't... The portraits are okay. Portraits are probably the best part of it. So it's not... When I dunk on Vision Quest, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's necessarily a garbage hack, I just think people praise it way too much. That's all. That's all. I played it on the channel way back. I liked it. I just don't think it's the best ROM hack in the community, and I don't think it deserves that status. And that's all for now. Thank you. I knew you were a big troll, Hanako. I fucking knew it. I knew it. The moment you sent me a hack, I was like, she's gonna troll me. All right. Let us continue with Dragons and Curses. Dragons and Curses. Alright, so no custom intro or title screen for this one. Slopperon could never. Oh, okay, so the canon difficulty. So instead of doing this, by the way, there's a patch that you can download that just removes difficulty selection altogether, and you can just set your difficulty, okay? So, yeah, if you don't want people to go normal mode, you can just, okay, but I guess, yeah, alright, you said this is the canon, so. The Emperor's interest. Is this a joke, Hack? Is that... I think that's just Kyle. Ooh, you want to be careful loading portraits in like that. So basically there are 3 slots to load in a portrait. You could load it in far left, far middle left, or right left. You don't ever want portraits to be loaded close to each other. You always want a gap between the portraits. Otherwise it looks like he's standing on top of him. Also, I think that soldier has a glitchy pixel on his helmet. Yeah, you again, you need to spread your units out because they're on top of each other. This writing is kind of weird. Why does he keep yelling meh? No sympathizers. I would recommend a basic spell check on your script. Why does he keep saying meh? I can't decide if this is a joke hack or if it's serious. Once again, you're loading units on top of each other, which does not look good. At least, I mean, I will say this. I mean, clearly this is a very amateur Romhack, you can tell. But at the very least, he's doing cutscenes, music changes, like clearly you have you're just starting out your Romhacking journey. So I can tell this is a very amateur hack. But you are doing things like making cutscenes. So you just have a lot to work on. But I think this is I mean, we all make bad cutscenes to begin with, right? Hello, player. Welcome to Dragons and Curses. In this story, you play as a young noble trying to reclaim his throne after his brother took it from him. So our lord goes on an adventure to get helpers to try and take it back. Hope you enjoy the game. Alright, nice little intro. Arwench, King of Drakeland, known as the Ironclad. Okay. So once again, I would recommend a patch that sets fast game speed. It just makes the hack play better, personally. Spearmint? That sounds like a... that sounds like a breath mint. Yeah, so this is like... Also, just do a basic spell check when you write dialogue. It helps a lot. Spelling errors in a Romhack is never a good sign. That's gonna turn off like 80% of players, like if they see blatant spelling errors. So just open up a Google Doc and just do a basic spell check before you insert the text. That is usually the best way to do it. And you'll learn some grammar while you're at it. That's Jenny. You also use different boot pitches, which does add to the dialogue. You just need to work on your formatting. It's kind of ugly, but aside from that, like, you have the right idea when you do this. Like, you have the right idea. You have a lot to work on, but you have the right idea. You're experimenting with cutscenes, and you bring in units slowly. Like, you are doing certain things well. You even have the fast animation patch enabled, which is very good. Yeah, you also don't want to bring units in way out of attack range. It's good if they can attack on the first turn. That feels better to the player. You got you could enable the fast vulnerary patch to speed things up a little bit. Yeah, no. This is the thing. I don't expect everyone to write or speak perfect English. That's why I say use a spell check. Use a spell check. Oh, growth rates are low. Defiant Defense is a weird skill to put on a Bow Knight. Fatya has Imbue and Drive Speed. Okay. Orange Ephraim. I guess we can do this. I like that you put a Jagan with like a Bow Knight Jagan. It's kind of cool actually. Because him being a Bow Knight with no other weapons inherently makes it hard. Never mind, you gave him a one-range short bow, okay. Because I was just about to praise you for this, because having an Archer Jagan is actually kind of cool, because an Archer Jagan, by his very nature, cannot blast the map. So it's kind of cool in that way. Like, I think that's actually a really cool thing to do for your Jagan. But then you gave him a one-range short bow, and that kind of defeats the purpose, I think. Making so many hacks for named 000, AAA, my FEA hack. None of them, actually. I'm surprised no one did. Oh, and you can't visit the villages? If you can't visit villages, you might as well just close them. Otherwise, you're gonna piss off players. But yeah, what we have here is a very basic Romhack from someone who's still learning and experimenting. So I'm not gonna like roast it or anything. It's just very basic. My criticism to you is just keep improving your craft. Really. You have a lot of good ideas, and I can see that you're experimenting. You make cutscenes. You're working with different units. All you need to do is just keep improving your craft. I can tell, I don't think you've made many Romhacks before. That is very clear. You're even bringing in some reinforcements. But I can try and give you some more substantive criticism. So I'm gonna exit out of this, and we're gonna open up Fire Emblem Builder, and I'm gonna give you a few tips on how to make this map a better map. So let me bring up Fire Emblem Builder real quick. All right, so a couple things we can do to make this better. Go to patch. There's a couple patches that I would recommend everyone get. Accelerate recovery motion. This is a great patch that doubles the speed of your vulneraries. Always install this. It's just a good patch. You could also do set default option. I really like this one. Set game speed to fasts. I really like this one. It means that whenever you start your game, your text speed and movement speed is going to be set to fast by default. Really gives a much better impression. As for your map, I think it's an okay map. I don't hate it. But if you're not going to allow me to visit villages, close them. I actually didn't check the other villages. Let me actually check your events and see if it is possible for you. Okay, you did actually add a visitation event here, which gives a blaze scroll. So you know what? I take that back. I will open up those villages again. That's fine. But close this one. If you can't visit it, no need to have it on there. I think this giant patch of forest here doesn't look super good. I think what you probably could do is you could remove some of that. You could add another village, I think would be nice. Again, make it look prettier. I'm not a map maker, so I think adding another village here would be nice. Give you something to do on turn 1. So just make the map a bit more interactive. I also think maybe some pillars or something like that, or maybe some barrels. Put some barrels here that you can use as terrain. Just make the map a bit more interactive, you know? And of course, in case you want to know how to actually turn the barrel into something, you go here, you select the barrel, and you can turn it into a pillar or something like that. But just to give you an idea. Watch the trailer, what? What trailer? What trailer? What trailer? Yeah, don't spam. What is it? What trailer? What trailer? Okay. Whatever. Oh, he's trolling. Maybe there's something in his email? Maybe, but... I don't know, dude. Anyway. I'm just going to keep my criticism. So, a couple things that you could do to improve this. You could have the mage be a little bit further up. That way she's closer to the action. And then what you also could do is we could take a look at the starting. And I would honestly add a brigand right away. Add a brigand. That goes for the villages. Tell the player early on that there's a brigand here that will go for the villagers. That way you feel a bit more compelled to move. I think that's the secondary AI. Yeah, attack village and treasure. Have him start like right here. That way he'll go for this village, or sorry, he'll go for this village immediately. You'll have plenty of time to stop him, pretty much. I think the guy spamming was the hack creator, but he needs to be a bit more specific. Also, I don't like it when people yell at me in caps. Just tag a mod and ask them to explain it to me or something like that. If it's very important, don't just spam. Yeah, I also think the Jagan, I think the 1-2 range short bow is not that great. I just don't like it very much. Just don't do that. I think steel bow, long bow is fine for him. And then I would maybe move some of the enemies a little closer to our position. Maybe put this guy in the forests. And suddenly we have a map that's a little bit more... Now we have a bandit going for the villages. You have to make a choice now between attacking the archer. So maybe you don't want to rush in immediately. Maybe you instead want to go for the village. I didn't add an event, but... Again, I'm not saying this necessarily makes it better, but now you have to wait for the Jagan to come in, and maybe now you can help out a little bit. So, just a few things to improve your map. I hope it helps. And I'm sorry if there was some kind of video I was supposed to watch. I didn't see it. I apologize. All right. Let's move on. Up next, we have Barrage Ochi 3. I don't even know what that means. Had Shantae Emblem. Alright, so we don't have a custom title screen for this one. Circle Saga Backlash. Alright. In the continent of Nirnia. I do make fun of Romhacks that begin this way, but I guess it's fine sometimes. I do not think you should open up your hack with a continent exposition. I just don't think it's a good idea. Continent exposition is... don't really stick with the players. I know many Fire Emblem games do this, but I do not think it is a good way to start your hack. Continent exposition just... No one's gonna remember the continent of Pegasusia and the continent of Mountaina and the Desertio. They're just not going to... So I would just skip it and just have the world be explained through the game. Yeah, FE4 does it, and I think it's okay. But I don't think it's a good idea for hacks to do this, generally speaking. Unless you can do it really well, I think most times it just doesn't work. Yeah, the continent of Emblemia. I know many Fire Emblem games do this, but I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah, it's just, there's too many portraits, too much exposition. I don't even know what's going on here, honestly. Also, I can see that this is the skeletal frame of the FE8 intro, with just some portrait swaps. So I'm gonna skip it for now. And yeah, you've, again, this is the old hack did this too. You're loading in the portraits in the wrong places. You need to push the two guys in the middle. You need to push them one step to the left and right, respectively. Otherwise, they're going to just stand on top of each other, which doesn't look good. Formatting is not great. There's a lot you can improve on here. You need to pace your dialogue better. You're not utilizing the text boxes really well. Thought bubble is nice though. I wish more hacks would use thought bubbles. It's a nice little thing if you need someone to narrate to themselves. So well done there. Thought bubbles are a great way to spice up your dialogue. Yes, I can show you how to fix the portraits. Absolutely, I'll do that once I'm done playing a little bit. Portraits are not the best, I will say. I think they are a little jarring to look at. But again, this is not a portrait maker. Oh, okay, the old guy's a dread fighter. That's actually really funny. I like that. I did not expect him to be a dread fighter. I guess we have Albert at home. Katana Manx! Left for Kino, really? There's a continent called Kino? Yeah, story is difficult to follow. Let's just get a sense of the gameplay, shall we? Distant Roads, my beloved. Not a bad-looking map, honestly. Not a bad-looking map at all. It's basic, but it works. I like the tiles. You've done a good job. You don't just put floor tiles, you actually put a pattern, which is nice. We got Prona. I don't know why 3 of the units are green, though. That's a little bit weird, but I guess we'll wait and see what happens. We got Nekwa. Dragon Eze. I think this may not be a native English speaker. One of the Romhack submissions is trying to reach out to you. Okay, is it the guy spamming check the trailer? Because, I'm sorry, viewing trailers is not part of this. I know some people may want to show me videos and stuff, but this is not what we're doing here. Look, you gotta understand, I get spammed with a lot of Romhacks, and I don't have time to also watch videos along with them. This is just a Romhack review stream. You need to... I don't want to, like, do a bunch of other stuff in addition to this. I already have enough stuff to go through. So, if you want me to watch your video trailer, my answer is going to be no to that. Sorry. But yeah, I will show you guys how to fix these cutscenes. That might be good. Can we get a meme break? Sure. I don't know why these units are green. Seems a bit weird. They also don't move, but that's fine. We got Gubo. These names are really weird, but I have a feeling the hack raider is not... a Gladiolus. I have a feeling this hack raider is not a native English speaker. Yeah. Again, we have another amateur realm hack here from someone... Ooh, I like the background is beautiful. That's very beautiful. Custom backgrounds. You know, the intro did not impress me, and you have some formatting issues, but you do a lot of other things really well. The custom backgrounds, the floor tiles, the map is not ugly to look at. I think that if you can get someone to help you with the dialogue and the cutscenes, I think you could actually do good things. Names are very strange, but I get the sense that you have a specific identity that you want this hack to have. I don't know if they all follow the same culture or whatnot. You got Rio Magbar. Yeah, these names, maybe someone understands. Oh, sorry. Did someone donate 50 bucks? I'm sorry. These ROM hack reviews are very, like, I have to concentrate a lot. Let's see. Okay. Starting Codex donated $50 through Super Chat. Sorry to keep asking, but I sent you a sip yesterday not knowing you don't open them. I sent my ROM at the beginning of the stream. I just wanted to know the list of the stream is already set or there's a chance it could be appended to the end. If you sent me a zip file, then I probably have not downloaded it. So if you could just resubmit, maybe I can get to it towards the end. So at the moment, we're actually going through the hacks pretty quickly now. So I have, let's see, after this, we have only 2 more remaining, actually. So if I have some time at the end, yeah, sure. If you send me your hack, I'll go get it. But yeah, while the formatting and stuff is not great, I actually think this is a serviceable first map. I think it's fine. I like the custom battle backgrounds. You got some custom animations in there. They all look good. These are just made up names? Okay. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I've been these streams are very exhausting for me to do, so I don't know how much... Like, I feel like if I do more hacks now, I'm just gonna get tired and I won't be able to give constructive criticism. It's very taxing to critique things. So I do hope you guys will bear with me a little bit. It's tough to do these streams for an extended time. Oh look, it's the Gaiden Brigand. Yeah. So... But I'm really, really sorry about missing your donation. So I do find it a little puzzling as to why you put 3 super strong green units here. I don't really know why you couldn't just not have them be here. Oh, these 2 move. I don't know, can I recruit them? No, I cannot. So again, it's just an amateur hack, but you do some things very well. So all I can say is just keep applying, keep practicing, and I'll show you a few things right now to help you out a little bit. Let me let's go over to Fire Emblem Builder, and I'll show you how to fix your cutscenes, because I think that's something you could probably need some help with. So let us see. So, how to fix those jarring portrait cutscenes. Let me show you. So, let's see. Let's open up the intro. You made a call event here, which is nice. I like that. Yeah, so here, you can see these are the slots. I don't know if it might be too small. Left hand, left middle, left right, right? There are 3 slots to load units in. If you have 2 units on one side, you always want one of them to be on left end, and you want the other one to be left right. And then, of course, you do have to fix the dialogue. Afterwards, you got to do this with every text, actually. So, there we go. So just make sure that you always, if there is a cutscene with 2 people talking to each other, you can load each of the units in on the middle. But if there are 2 or more, you need to have a space between them. Otherwise, it looks weird. So I think that's like the biggest thing. And also just do a spell check on your dialogue. Do a spell check. Use Google Docs. Paste your dialogue into Google Docs and then utilize the spell check. Make sure there's no spelling errors in your script. I think that goes a long way towards improving your hack. And I think that's all I have to say for this one. So I say we move over to the next one. And this one is called Crownfall. Oh, okay. We got custom title screen music already. That's a good first impression. Solid, solid. Oh, I think... oh, okay, so you already have some saves here. That's good. I'm assuming you want me to play Chapter 2 then? Since you have it unlocked, and it's the first thing my cursor goes to? So... Or do you want me to resume Chapter 2? Oh, maybe not. I think maybe you want me to play Chapter 2, right? Okay, Chapter 2. Okay, let's go. Let's restart Chapter 2. Okay, pretty map. Good portrait. Mm-hmm. Feather ponies, okay. She said feather ponies like 3 times. I like this guy. Oh, utilizing sound effects during dialogue is a great way to spice up the dialogue. I like that. Using the brigand scream will never not be funny. A lot of people don't know you can do that. You can load in sound. Okay, maybe not 3 times in a row though. Where have I seen this guy before? Was he in one of my CMUs? I feel like both of them have been in my CMUs. Surfing Kyogre, I don't accept UPS. You gotta send me the whole ROM, sadly. Ooh, great music. Okay. This map is very narrow, but I like it. And you have brigands. You got brigand bros, I like that. We got a Bow Knight with Certain Blow. We got Aletta, the Highwayman. Belle. Jacob. And Sahim. It might have been Mission Quest. He kind of looks a little bit like Stork, doesn't he? Alright, so having brigands that can cross rivers is very nice. That definitely feels good, considering this map is very narrow. But we do also have these little things that you can knock over, so that's good. There are 2 Pegasus Knights here. We'll see how that goes. Oh wow, you have a ranger too that can ride over the river, so that's actually very nice. And Kanto Plus. I do like it. Let me visit the house and see what happens. Nobody home. Okay. I thought the Pegasus Knight lived there. Kanto Plus is fun. I do like it. You are lacking a palette on your unit, so you might want to learn how to do palettes. That adds a lot. You got sword-wielding Pegasus Knights. That's nice. Again, 1% crit on generics. You want to make sure that you don't have skill be too high. You want, generally speaking, you want to avoid 1 to 2% crit rates on generics for the first 5 chapters or so, I think. It just feels unfair if you get crit and die on turn 2. A lot of people are not going to like that. Visiting the first house with the Ranger recruits a unit. Oh, okay. Alright. So there are flyers, but you have plenty of ways to deal with them. You have a Ranger, which is good. Alright, so apparently visiting with a Ranger... Oh, okay. Ah, I see, I see. That's smart. So only the Ranger is able to sense that the Pegasus Knight is hiding. I like that. That's cute, actually. Anis. Strange Pegasus Rider. Huh. Trample, okay. Ooh, a Skycatcher. That's cute. Yeah. Always like it when hacks add new effective weapons like this. Can be very nice. Makes a unit stand out for sure. Makes them a lot better. Feel better to use thematically. Yeah,
yeah, so far, this is impressive. I like what I'm seeing. Also, you put Sword Reavers on your early game units. Love it when hacks do this. There's no reason to gatekeep these cool weapons until like chapter 13 of your hack. Give them to us early. I like it when hacks do this. It just gives you more tools to play around with. I don't know what a Dolor is, but it's strong against swords apparently, so that's good. Oh, okay, cool animations. I think the game already gave a hint, I just skipped over it. Yeah, so far I like this a lot. I think that you have the right idea. The map has some issues. I think some people won't necessarily like the long, winding, narrow, like corridor-like rivers. But you give the player a lot of tools to deal with them. Brigands moving over rivers, you have pre-promotes, you have a staff user right away. I think this is a pretty serviceable chapter too. Of course, early game Pegasus Knights do have a tendency to die to archers because I am stupid. But that is not the hack creator's fault. They're supposed to die to archers. But yeah, I can feel myself starting to get very tired now. I think this might be the last hack I review of the night. I'm sorry, guys, but I am. These streams are very taxing. Very taxing. Oh yeah, no problem, Surfing Kyogre. I'll get around to it next time. I'll have to do another one of these. You guys do seem to love these, so. But we'll play a little bit more before I throw in the towel. Let's see if we can enter the temple, shall we? Music is very good, I will say. I like the music a lot. The temple in the middle can only be visited by a priest of a special item. The rest of the houses only have different dialogue. Okay. I see. So this is your hack also. Well, good job. It's good. It's a good one, actually. I think you got a lot of good ideas. I like the starting group of units. They all feel unique and memorable. They all have tools. Makes for a very engaging chapter for sure. Oh, sorry, Yamatoko. It's yours. I thought it was Talso, since he was giving me directions on where to go, but maybe he just has played it before. Sorry, Yamatoko. I didn't mean to steal your thunder there. Yeah, this is fine. My only criticism is I don't think this map is going to be everyone's cup of tea. People, generally speaking, are not super fond of long, winding pathways. So I think people might feel that this is a little too restrictive. I don't mind it, but I think some people would mind it. Let's go visit this village. See what's there. Manager ring. Nothing wrong with giving out early game stat boosters either. Definitely don't be afraid to do that. Early game stat boosters are fun. We love early game stat boosters. Early game stat boosters means you have more customization on how to build your units. I feel like most Romhacks are way too scared to give out stuff like that. They don't give like stat boosters until like chapter 10 plus, which I just think is not right. Music is great. Get a kick-ass enemy face team going here, and you got a good thing going here. They also let you solo the game instantly. Well, I didn't say give too many, just one or two, you know? If a single stat booster breaks your game, Speedwing, then I think it's the game that is the problem, not the stat booster. I don't say shower your players in Speedwings, but, you know, maybe just one early game Speedwing. You're not going to complain about that. You're literally in Speedwing here. Oh no, a secret book. My game balance is ruined. Yeah, be disciplined with the stat boosters. I'm not saying hand them out like candy. I'm just saying one or two early game stat boosters can go a long way to making things feel a bit more dynamic, you know?
No, I don't want to. I want to say anything more to Speedwing. He'll just create another call-out video on me, so I'm gonna be quiet now. Every time I say anything about Speedwing, he drama farms me for content. So. Let's see. It's okay. As long as you don't criticize Engage or Revelation, he'll usually leave you alone. But you criticize those two games, he's coming for you. He's coming for you. There's a good bit more to go, including reinforcements when you get close to the boss. You can read some descriptions for units and then open up the ROM. Okay. Reckless Outrider. A Municipal Magistrate. An experienced Hunter's Aletta's Guardian. Here's the thing, though. I don't really have that much to add. I think that this is a perfectly serviceable ROM hack. The only critique I have is I think some people won't like the map. I don't really have anything direct that I can add. I think all these units are fine. I don't really want to change anything about them. So I think this is serviceable. This is a good ROM hack. Keep at it. It's good. Absolutely. But yeah, we got some good ones. Now we have one last one to go through. And this one is called Balsac Adventure. I don't think we want to watch Balsac Adventure, do we? Oh my god, when I open up this ROM, there are... This is the first thing I see when I open this ROM. This is never a good first impression. There are 107 errors. I have never seen triple-digit errors before. Okay. How do you even do this? Like, sometimes I'll get like 2 or 3 when I open Definitive Edition, but I've never seen this before. My goodness. Oh, okay. Okay, so the ROM hack is called, it says, Balsac Adventure, JK. This name is Element Emblem. Okay. We need a debugging stream. All right, I have no idea what this is. I'm prepared to close it if it's inappropriate. Okay. Aw. Oh. Okay. Okay. I guess this is just one of those have fun play around ROMs. It seems like there's no dialogue. Oh, you put Sad on the map. But you fucked up his Forsetti. My man. You can't put the Forsetti in the game like that. This is unacceptable. There you go. Now it's Forsetti. If you're gonna put Forsetti in your hack, you better be Forsetti, dude. I do like the custom movement arrows. That is not something I see a lot. And it adds a lot of flair to your hack. This is actually very solid. I don't think I've ever seen custom movement arrows like this before. Except in like hacks like Shesuan Sword. And yeah, you just use the Excalibur animations, which are fine. Oh, is this Lyn? Wow. Oh, she gets Astra from Soul Caddy. Okay. Wow, this feels like Lyn, right? She can't kill stuff. Oh, it's the bouncing Booba Lyn. Oh my god, it's the horny Lyn animations. Also, your experience bar bugged. I have no idea why.
And Ephraim for some reason. I don't know why Ephraim's here. He feels out of place. We got... Is this just Mark? I think this is Mark. Yes, I think this is supposed to be Mark. I'm not sure. He can canto afterwards. Cecilia with a Ragnarok. Okay. I think there are better animations than the flame tongue you can use for that. We got Lilina with the Four Blaze, which also uses the flame tongue animations. And the Binding Blade. Ah, yes. By the way, the Binding Blade, the animations, for some reason, turns off the background animations, and I'm not sure why. So yeah, this is a classic, like, just playing around hack, where you clearly just want to put random things into the hack. And you know what? I encourage this. I think this is a great thing to do. Look, the best way to learn Fire Emblem Builder is to play around like this. I think you're actually doing something good here. I don't really think there's much for me to review here, because you're just loading custom units in and putting them on a map. But this is how you get better at ROM hacking. You load in. You're like, I want to make a map where I load in 5 Fire Emblem units. And you just place a bunch of units around and you play around. I absolutely encourage this. This is just playing. No, I'm not reading readmes and stuff like that. Look, guys, if you want me to read something, you need to put it in the ROM, okay? Because I get a ton of mails. I don't have the time to organize every single ROM hack with the readme and stuff like that. If you want me to read something, Rip Lilina, you have to actually put it in the hack. I'm not watching videos, I'm not reading readmes. I'm sorry. There's too much for me to take in at once. If you want me to read something, just put a tutorial text at the start of the hack. That's the best way to do it. Even here, she cannot... Okay, we need to see those Lin animations again, no way. They were something, weren't they? Hwah! Boing! I know the guy who... Or I know about the... Oh! Oh my god, we have to watch this again. Oh my god. Oh, I've seen these. Oh my god. That's actually... Bro. Dude, this is the guy who makes these. He has a YouTube channel. He does these for so many girls. It's so fucking funny. But honestly, dude, this is kind of cool. Yeah, he is driven by the power of horny, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I should have made Forseti 30 mine. He only gets horny at the end. Nah, it's pretty horny otherwise as well. Wow. Noringai donated 2 chefs. Can we import this animation for Andaran Saga Definitive Edition? Yeah, you want Dawn to have those animations? No fucking way, dude. We are too far gone. Wow. Alright, you know what? I'll do one more. Let's see if there's been any submissions while we've been playing. I'll do one more. And then I'm out, I think, because I'm starting to get a headache. Yeah, we'll do this one by Surfing Kyogre. I saw him chatting to me, so we'll go check this out. This will be the final ROM hack that we check out for tonight, okay? Okay. Oh, okay. This seems good. Let's go. So you got custom intro and everything. That's always a nice thing to see. Even got a custom little title screen at the bottom there. That's always cool to see. Alright, we'll go difficult. Great first impressions so far. Chapter 1, it won't last forever. Solid portraits. I think that's a Oswin splice.
Not terrible formatting. I think formatting is okay. Portraits are good. Again, you could default set the speed to fast. It would make this cutscene flow a lot better. This is Ion, I think. There's Darius. We have our Jagan Great Knight. And a Harbinger. We also have a Sage, actually. Okay. Oh, what are those things in the bottom there? Fiend. Ha! They look like little blobs of jelly. Alright, you got a lot of custom monsters already, which is nice to see. It's a defense map. I have one criticism right off the bat. I think this map is not gonna, like, you only have a 3-tile entrance right here with no terrain. I think that for a defense map, you definitely want multiple points of protection. Like, there should be enemies attacking you from at least 2 sides. Because the way I immediately want to deal with this, also enable a patch to set animation to max, is I just want to put units here. And then you just hunker up here. Might as well take a look at the units. We got Cassian the Pilgrim. Oh, no skills. I actually like that. We got Isaac. You got a glitchy pixel on the left side there. That happens sometimes. We got Fritz the Sage, Darius the Great Knight, and Hana the Oracle. Okay, she does have skills. And that's actually kind of cool. I like that no one here has skills except for Hana. That actually makes her feel a lot more unique. Nice restraint, I think. 5% generic crit rates. You generally want to try and avoid that in the first map, I think. Good battle music. Oh, it's Chrono Trigger? That's cool. Oh, that's a cool animation. I like it. Oh, is Hana a bard? I think she is. She is. Alright, I want to see these blobs. Ooh, I like this guy. Look at him. They look like little Giga Putties. Giga Putty. That's so cute. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, that is a that's a cool animation. That's like a custom paladin animation. But you do see the problem with this map, right? I will place my units in a formation at the entrance, and I will probably stay there unless I can move forward. If you want a defense map, there needs to be multiple paths you need to defend, and it would be even better if they open up gradually. Like first you defend just one point, and then you'll defend another, and then you defend another. And there's also no terrain here to work with inside this temple, so it's not very exciting to utilize, I think. Defense maps are difficult to make. It's very hard to have a defense map be the opening of your map. Yes, I know. I know I did that for Underland Saga. It is not something I recommend necessarily. Maybe there are events. Could very well be. We can have a look, actually. Let's see if there's any nasty surprises waiting for us. Something happens on turn 11. No, it doesn't seem like it. It's mostly just reinforcements, I think. Good music, though. Really like the music. It's good. Oh, we get to see their attack animation. Okay. Oh, wow. He just fucking demolished that pudding. But yeah, as I said, my criticisms of this map, you need to have more than just one defend point. Now, you could move out of this temple and utilize the forest, and I think that's probably for the best. And that's probably what you're going to end up doing here. So, oh, are those one-range short bows? Oh, wait, what? Huh? Oh, never mind. I'm a moron. I was looking at another enemy. It's also good to mix up attack types and defense map. Start with physical on one side and magic on the other. Yeah, exactly. It's a fine map. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, like at first glance. You just gotta make sure that there's more things to do, more places to go. It's just not super exciting. I like that you put some pre-promotes in there with the starting squad. That's always nice to see. But you really only have one area to send in enemies from, unless you want to spawn flyers on the right-hand side. Also, your pre-promotes are a little too strong, like they completely demolish these units. I'm a fan of early game pre-promotes, but they should be mortal. They should take some damage from engagements. They shouldn't take 0 damage, I think. The enemy face is Shadow the Hedgehog? Yeah, I guess it is. So, I think generally speaking, this map requires a little bit of a redesign. I would maybe, instead of this temple, I would maybe have a different building that can be open on multiple fronts. Because again, if you are forced to defend the temple for multiple entrances, that can be very exciting. And then if you do want to move out of the temple and move towards the boss, I think that's fine. Does he drop something? He does. So that's a good little thing you did there. You always want to reward players to go out of their way to kill a boss during defense map. Always put a stat booster on the boss or something like that. You absolutely should. Survive is different from defend. No, it's the same objective. It's just with a different name. Survive sounds more critical, I guess. Yeah, this probably shouldn't be a defense map. That's actually a good criticism. This might just be a kill boss chapter. Because it's certainly not built like a defense map. You move down and then you probably want to move towards the boss. But I think you're doing a lot of good things here. I think the music is great. The portraits are all great. I really like this portrait. This is a fantastic portrait. Even if it is an Oswin splice, I think it's wonderful. So, and I kind of like that you only put skills on the main character. That makes her feel very unique. I think that shows a good level of restraint. Growth rates are low. Again, you got a lot of good ideas here, for sure. Just change up the defense a little bit. Or maybe make it into a kill boss map. And I think you're good. It's a good starting chapter. I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely exhausted. I think that's all I can really do now. So before we leave, I'll see if there's any memes. Let's see. Yamatoko donated $11 for Super Chat. Some more idea on Crownfall since you obviously tired. The priest has an auto A support with his wife, who is a pre-promote you can recruit. The Pegasus is a former Vyvern rider. Hans Feather ponies. Ah, that's nice. You see, I do feel bad once I start getting tired because I miss stuff, and again, I wish I had more mental stamina so that I could review these hacks in full, but you can tell once I get tired, it's very hard for me to do that, so I do apologize for that. But we'll definitely do more of these for sure. You want me to do the colorblind tests? Yeah, okay, I've done these before. So I can see 12, 8, 6, I think 29. I'm going from left to right. 29, 57, 5, 3, 15, 74, 5, 6, and I cannot see the bottom two. Yeah, I cannot see the one from the bottom row. I can see number 6, and from there all of the 3 ones are gone from me. And then the right one I see 45. So I guess whatever colorblind I am, it's those 3 on the bottom in the middle. Yes, I saw that too. Wow, this hack is so cryptic and mysterious. I wonder how it will go on. Molder!
actually pretty funny. I will grant them that. That is actually pretty funny. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this this Romhack review stream. I'll probably do another one at some point. You guys do seem to like these. I hope I was able to give it justice. I was able to give you some feedback and criticism. I am sorry if I got a little bit short with the later Romhacks. Again, I don't know what it is, man, but when you review stuff, your brain gets fried really quickly. It's very hard to do. But I hope you guys found some entertainment in this. We can do a little bit of a Q&A if you guys want. Short one, though. And there were some really good ones in here, for sure. What is the worst class to choose for a Jagan? That's a really cool question, actually. So, I think for a Jagan, you can fix any Jagan with the right weapon and skill, I think. But I think one of the worst Jagan classes that I've seen in quite a lot of hacks are actually Swordmasters. I remember Road to Ruin had a Swordmaster Jagan. The problem with Swordmasters is that they do the one thing that is very annoying for Jagans to do. They kill things. And they kill things unreliably. What you want your Jagan to be is reliable. You do not want a Jagan that you cannot control. Problem with Swordmasters is that even when way down, they're probably still fast enough to double most generic, so you can't really give them a heavy weapon to slow them down. And occasionally, due to their innate crit, they'll just kill whatever. You might want to set up a kill, but no way, but just wait. The Jagan Swordmaster just landed a crit and took the experience. So, I don't think classes with innate crit are good for Jagans unless you give them a personal weapon that doesn't crit, like a bronze weapon, right? So there are ways around it, but I think generally speaking, I think any class can be a Jagan, but I think the best Jagan class is probably Paladin. It just is the try and tested Jagan, you know, they have movement, they can rescue, they have the weapon triangle, they can always be useful, so... Are we continuing FE5 on Tuesday? No, I am going to the cabin tomorrow. I won't be home by Thursday, so the streams will continue on Friday, guys. I'd love more of these, at least once per month. If you could take Lex Talionis other games as a separate category, that would be pretty cool. I will look into that, but my main issue with Lex Talionis is that I won't be able to open it up and be like, this is how you make it better. If I sponsor you with a can of Pepsi Max, will you stream Command and Conquer? Sure, Ponsigraf. One Pepsi, one game. My Jagan doesn't crit using an E or D rank weapon for this reason. Yep, there are ways to work around it. Any class can be a Jagan, but there are some classes that work better than others, I think. Can you please read the README image for Balsac Adventure? No. I'm not reading READMEs or watching trailers. That is... I don't. Sorry. Not gonna lie, after seeing some first hacks, I'm a little scared to submit my own hack. I don't think I'll live up to them. Oh no, dude. Go ahead. Go ahead. I think we started off 2 grand in the stream with that Atlas hack, but no, absolutely. Submit it. How long should the intro of the first map be at the maximum? No more than 5 minutes of dialogue, I'd say. And if you can make it shorter, then I think that's better. Generally, the shorter, the better, honestly. I even think Onderon Saga and Rebellion Saga is a little too long in that regard. I would have cut it. I would like to cut it down. I think, generally speaking, the faster you get into gameplay, the better it is. Because most players are not interested in reading. They're interested in playing. So you want to hook them early with good gameplay, and then you can deliver the exposition. Would you consider a return of AI-generated Fire Emblem ROM hacks? I think Shadows of Etheria worked as a concept, and I don't really know if I want to do it again. I think it would be interesting to see, with the evolution of ChatGPT, how much better of a game it would be able to write this time around, because I really do think that the new version of ChatGPT probably would be able to deliver a much better narrative. It'd be fun to do, but I feel like it's been done, and I don't think necessarily it's going to be so fun to do it again. But we'll see. What do you think of mini Jagans, like Oswin from FE7, basically unpromoted units with high level? I love it. I love it. I love how Trey Shells gives you like both Dagger and Able. I think
you don't just have to follow the formula of 5 unpromoted units and a paladin. Mixing it up is fine, and in fact, mixing it up can be very memorable. I love having different types of units. You should not be afraid to experiment with your units. There's nothing wrong with having a level 10 Cavalier join you in Chapter 4, right? And have that Cavalier be super useful, but not necessarily be a pre-promote. Different levels and different units makes the experience better, and it makes for a more interesting gameplay experience. Don't be afraid to mix it up a little bit. How should personal weapons be balanced? If they are really, really strong, you want to limit their uses. If they are not so strong, you can give them 40 to 60 uses. But generally speaking, you want a personal weapon to complement the unit's toolkit, right? Sometimes you just want units to have personal weapons because it just adds variety. I don't really have a rule for personal weapons. I just add them if I think they're cool. However, you want to be careful with overusing personal weapons. This is what I call the Project Ember phenomenon, where every single unit have personal weapons. It gets very tedious. I think that as a good rule of thumb, every 10 or 15 units that you have could have a personal weapon. So if you have, let's say you have 50 playable units, you can have 5 personal weapons. I think that's a good balance. Your Lord should obviously have a personal weapon, and then you can put maybe a personal weapon on units that you just want to give a little bit more flair to. And it can be something very simple. It could just be a slightly better steel sword, or some kind of item with a skill on it, or maybe like a tome that heals you. Again, just use your intuition and just give it 2 units you like that you feel deserve a bit of an extra boost. Just don't go overboard with it, because if everyone has a personal weapon, it gets tedious. Will you do more hacking tutorials again in the future? Maybe do one for portrait positioning and formatting. I have been playing around with the script for a formatting video. It's just going to be a lot of work. But yes, it needs to be made, because formatting is a skill that a lot of people need to improve on. I'm not even the best formatter. Like, people like Terraformus and Henry blow me out of the water. Even Hanako's really good at it. But yes, doing a formatting video tutorial would be very helpful, I think, for the hacking scene, because it is a very difficult skill to master. One of the hardest, I'd say. It's so much more complicated than people think. Favorite hack of the night? That would probably have to be the first one. I'm sorry. I know Atlas is very experienced, and probably that hack is a little too high level to be in the stream. But I can't help but say that that man can cook. He is really solid, and he really has an eye for detail. So his hack was the most impressive by far. I just have to say that. Do you have a plans of doing any full playthroughs of some Romhack down the line? Yeah, no, I'd love to play. It would have to be a good one. So maybe Atlas's Romhack if it's ever finished. And I liked Henry's too. Formatting is easy. Do not be afraid to try. You can do it. It is easy. I'm just saying it's hard to master. That's all. I don't want to discourage people. I'm just saying it's a skill that you have to work on for years. Will there be changes in pre-existing maps in Undead Saga Definitive Edition, or are you going to keep them as they are? There are going to be little changes here and there. There's some maps that I think spam too many reinforcements, and there's a few other... The changes are minor, but there are some. There are some, absolutely. Between you, Bethany, and Pansagraf, who makes the best steak? Steak me, for sure. I think a better steak.
Then you make your steak. Then you don't ask me to make your steak next time if you do it so much better than I do.
I retract my statement. My wife makes a much better steak than me.
Correct. Correct.
You think these hack streams could benefit from a curated list, like say done by your mods? No, I think it's more fine if I just accept them and go through them randomly. I don't want my mods. You know what will happen if I ask my mods to gatekeep? They'll just pick their own hacks. Hanako would just like pick hacks from her and her girlfriend. And it's like, I would just, and then I would be like, okay, where are the other hacks? Nah, I prefer to just get them randomly. I think that's much more fair. What do you think of the idea that a Jagan that dies in the hack-in around chapter 10 or so? That's an awful idea. I hope no Romhacks ever do this. What an atrocious idea. I was being sarcastic, in case you... How late is too late for these streams? Well, I'm on European time zone, so it's almost midnight of my time, in case you were wondering. If I wanted to create a 20 chapter long hack plus guidance, how should I pace it? I mean, that's way too general a question. That really depends. It's very hard for me to answer that. But I say if you have a 20 chapter hack, I'd say early game is probably the first 5 or 6. And then mid game from like chapter 7 to 15. And then you have late game from 15 to 20. Probably sounds like a good way to do it. If you have a 20 chapter hack, you should look into starting to promote your units around chapter 10. I want to learn how to use Fire Emblem Builder, but I'm dumb. Where should I go and try to learn how to use the program? Well, I have a short series that teaches you some things. Sadly, it's going to be places like FEU, which I do not recommend. Get good friends who know how to hack and get them to teach you, I guess. That's what I did. That's the best advice I can give you, really. How difficult is it to create a game like Tomb of Horror? Something bad happens every turn. It's very easy. You just download the random numbers patch. You apply a random number, and you just have to create what happens with each number. It is not hard to do at all. I made Tomb of Horrors, and I think in just a week or so. I love archers and snipers. Rangers are for pussies. I was wondering, what's the best way to make these classes for you? I love archers and snipers. Rangers are for pussies. I was wondering, what's the best way? You're asking me how to design an archer or sniper? Well, they need to have the stats to do damage, and they need to double for the most part. If they don't double, they feel bad to use. So if you want to design an archer or a sniper, make sure that they are good offense, and make sure there's plenty of flyers for them to shoot down. And that's it. You don't need to give them 1 range. You don't need to give them 3 range. You don't need to give them fancy skills or redesign how archers work. They just need to do damage, and they just need to shoot down flyers. That's it. It really is that simple. Archers are already good. They just need to be able to kill stuff. And they're amazing. Everyone likes a good archer. They're fantastic to have. Might be wise to do this with a maximum of 5 hacks at a time, a regular skipping stream if you only have to do 1 or 2, so you have time to review and manage energy. Yeah, probably a good idea. I feel a bit bad for the hacks that was the latter on because I was so tired, but yeah, you're probably right, Yamatoko. I should probably do no more than 5 hacks per stream, and that way I can pace myself and dedicate enough time to each of them. I'll try to do that next time for sure. Anyway, guys, Starsh, I'm gonna go through some... Mangs needs a stamina drink. I'm gonna go through this last donation here and then I'm done. FE6 is my favorite game, and I like that from botting to playing a new file it's like 6 seconds. If you skip everything, emphasis ease on play, right? Yeah, I do like the simplicity of FE6, actually. I actually do like the simplicity of FE6 a lot. I like that it just kind of throws you out, gives you a lot of units early on. There's no Lin mode. You just jump straight into action. It is actually very nice. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little Romhack review stream. To everyone who got featured, best of luck on your hacks. Keep mastering your craft. Keep learning. You'll get it. It's a hard and arduous process, but just keep learning. Keep getting criticism. Show the hack to your friends. Get them to critique it and improve your skills. You can do it. And to everyone who didn't get their hack featured, there will be a next time. I'll get to your hack eventually. I love you guys. I'll be going to the cabin now. I'll see you guys on Friday. Take care. And bye-bye.